Spectres and spectators, welcome to Spirits of the Game.
Yeah!
Yeah!
Let's go.
All right.
Here, we play D&D, and so do you. I will be your spirit master, and you, my captivated audience. I will be lurking in chat. Keep an eye out for any messages so that you may participate in the excitement.
Woo!
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Spirit Master.
Go back to your cage.
Again.
Wonderful. Welcome everybody to our third and final episode of our pilot season. So that's exciting. I hope you're all ready for some fun stuff tonight. Sort of to get us all back in the mood, take us back to where we were. So last time we were here with everyone, Bogarth, Varia, Nereus, Gertie, and Killian, they all went into the forest outside of Drake's house through this little twee arch. There they found what could only be described as potentially a ball field. And they did some tracking, tried to find where they were going, did a little soiree in a graveyard, found a bunch of corpses without arms or legs, in addition to a strange, furry, deer-like creature that had two large bite chunks out of it. After wandering back on the trail to try to find where these kids went, they encountered a creature named Mimbo, a big-eyed, bug-eyed, 130-year-old creature that everyone has some mixed feelings on. Mimbo led them to the fort that he has with the children. In his own little Mimbo space. After getting there, the party investigated the fort and went after this strange creature with a child's face and hundreds of arms and legs that later we found out was Mia. We found some interesting little pieces of paper along with Ayla, the child they went to rescue, and also Berthan's youngest son. From there, we went back into the town itself. We met up with Tom Berthan and his wife for the first time. Tamala, yes, thank you. From there, our lovely adventuring party ended up spending the night after bringing Ayla home and getting a heartfelt thank you from her father, Jeremiah. Now, the morning has come. Some of us are feeling a little different, maybe a little sick, maybe a little older. Who knows? You're a day older. Come on. It's pretty obvious. And we all come back to being in the front of Berthan's little store, chatting. As you all see and hear specifically this sort of chatter, this rising chorus of voices from outside. Looking across the way, you all see that there is now a mob of villagers storming towards the farm that Bertha had pointed out as being her home.
Bertha and Alice, right?
Yeah, Bertha and Alice. From there, where we are, Berthan is a little bit alarmed by this, and immediately gets up out of his chair and is like, well, I think we might want to look at what's going on, but before you go, I wanted to give you all, for saving my son also, I wanted to give you a token that will hopefully curry you some favor when you need it. And who's sitting closest to Berthan? We're going to find out right now. Gertie, he hands it to you. He holds out to you a small red coin. On one side, you see the top of the coin has what looks like a spear insignia. And on the other side, there is two faces of two men facing each other.
I've never seen a coin like this before. Is this some form of a literal token of your appreciation?
Well, less of a token and more of a coin. You see, I am a part of a group known as the Red Coin Society.
Ooh.
We are a group of merchants, investors, people with money. for lack of a better term. It is a sacred brotherhood that has been around since the brother and sisterhood that has been around since the Blood Dynasty when we were first forged. There are not many folks out here who are part of it, sans myself, but when you get into the cities, you'll find many more. And if you're ever in need of a favor or a place to stay, give them the coin, and they should know what it means.
Ooh, okay.
Wow. So it's like we're friends with all of them. Immediately. That's incredible.
Yes. Sort of like friend by proxy, if you will.
Still friend?
Friend.
Ah, double the friend.
So how would somebody get into this society? I've, run a shop myself, so.
Yes, well, there are certain benchmarks you need to meet. The main thing is you need to be approved by one of the viziers. They will approve entry of folks. I will say, what kind of shop do you run?
I run a smith.
A smith? Well, wonderful. We have plenty of smiths involved. It just is there needs to be a certain quality of product. You aren't involved with any of the trade from. Oh gosh, I am.
Stalling.
Oh gosh. Paradise. The trade from the other continent. We're gonna move on. I forget a very obvious name.
Not that I know of, not directly.
Good. Well, that is the one thing. I know some folks have run into some trouble. So one of the viziers doesn't seem to like this new technology and is not approving certain shops that are trading in their wares.
Oh, all right.
Pinard! That was the name of the continent. It just came to me in a dream. All right. No trade from Pinard. Great. Well, glad we got that sorted.
Pinard, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, Pinard.
Okay. It's like Picard, but with an N instead of the C.
Sure, that's a way to think of it.
So what you're saying is trading with Pinard is sort of Picard. Please laugh.
I don't know what the joke is.
His eye just sort of twitches, and he...
We got him.
Yes, well, if I just wanted to get that little bit in before we all run outside, because I am very concerned about Bertha. So,
Right.
and he opens the door and rushes out. He's staying a decent distance away. I want to remind us all that from where we are, our lovely little wagon wheel, we are across the way. So we're on like basically the opposite side, we're like across this like main road down here that our lovely Nereus and Killian and Gertie came in on. We're right here. This spoke of the wagon wheel. Bertha's is basically right across the way. Okay. As you all come out, you see immediately this throng of people. There's maybe, it's not a massive amount of people. This is not a super large town, but there's lots of people here that you've seen before. You see the two halflings that were helping Varia and Nat. You see, you don't see Bert, but you see Jeremiah is there as well. And just several other folks that you haven't seen yet. Drake is there. You also see at the front of the group, there is a man carrying a hammer. You recognize him as the man Jack that you previously met who accosted you all in the street. He's leading the crowd onwards, sort of being like, "We're gonna get her this time! We're gonna drive her out!"
Oh, God. This guy, Jack.
So, we're going to enter a sort of skill challenge from here. So, everything is going to happen in this sort of rapid progression, where I need you all to basically give me how I can suggest to you as well, if you don't know, but you all need to sort of try to interject yourself into the situation. Okay. If you want to sit on and watch, we can let the skill challenge play out as if you didn't do anything. But basically, this mob of people is descending onto their home. You can try to run ahead of the mob, et cetera, et cetera. There's like chants going on, so that you have like a little bit of time, but the wiggle room is pretty slim.
Okay.
Killian, the papers, didn't it say something about them framing Alice?
Yeah, we have proof that it wasn't them.
No more orc. No more.
I don't know if there's anything else to do, but that's kind of our best shot, I think.
If
Right?
we're able to somehow convince the giant mob that she's not guilty of that somehow, I think perhaps we could quell this riot that's happening,
Yeah.
and I think that might be...
We need to
Wait,
grab their attention
Do you
without.
think all these people can read?
Oh,
I
I know that we're in like a low magic setting, and it's kind of like
what?
rural.
Above the table.
What? But I don't know the percentage of people that can read in this time. If they can read, if we just show them yeah, if we just show them the letter that says that they are clearly framing Alice, then perhaps.
I don't know who would have it, but
It would be worth a shot, yes.
We need to disprove her first, not make any mention of who we actually think it is until we get them on our side.
Yes.
Or we're just
Yes.
gonna make it worse.
It's a great idea. Are there any other ideas before we go through with this?
I should not do any of the talking.
Okay.
Freeze up.
Okay.
If
I'm
we-
a bugbear. I shouldn't do any of the talking. Maybe. I don't know. That could be kind of convincing, right?
Aren't you a noble? Can't you do it?
It's true. I find myself fairly charismatic. I could do some of the talking.
It is at this point you see Bertha has come out of her house. She's like back to the door, pressed against it, not letting them in. She's speaking to the mob. Jack, I don't know what you think you're doing, but this is completely out of left field. You cannot do anything to Alice. She's one of us. She's my daughter. You have to leave her be. Bertha, you know I like you. You're one of the good ones in this town. Unfortunately, good folks sometimes get infections. And that's all we're rooting out. Just an infection. We don't want no more children going missing. We don't want no more people going missing. We don't want no more funny business. And I'm sorry. But you know what Alice is. And he begins to try to pry her away from the door.
Let's.
Who's leading the charge?
Come on, let's
I'll
go.
run in.
Yeah,
I'll run
yeah,
in.
yeah.
I'll run in. Let's do it.
Yeah, I'll run
Okay.
and I'll grab his arm with my arm and just hold it and say, "You're gonna want to let go."
Okay,
for
so I'm going to need
just
you to make an athletics check to try to hold him back.
And I would like to, at the same time,
Yeah,
give
this
him
is a great.
space,
Mhm.
like by trying to kind of push, not like push the crowd, but just kind of like interpose myself between the door and the crowd, and I guess Jack and Killian.
because I'm on their side. I rolled an 11.
For 11, I'm actually going to ask for another skill check from you as well. It's also going to be athletics.
I was gonna say if I could come over and help, but try to be just an intimidating presence.
Mm.
Like
Yeah, roll-
just glaring at everybody.
Roll intimidation. Yeah, absolutely.
Killian, as you run up towards Jack, trying to stop him, you almost trip on something round.
May I?
You find the orb under your foot.
By the way, go ahead and roll a d6. Since we did long rest.
Oh yes, charges.
Okay.
What is
I
it?
got 3 charges.
Okay, so I think that brings us back up to 6.
Yep,
because
full charge, 6 charges.
Cool.
Let's go.
All right. Anyone else want to interpose himself in this situation?
Please.
I'll try.
I'm with you. So
yeah.
I would
I'll try and not that I can do a lot. I'm not very strong, but I'll try and get in between, kind of what Killian was trying to do, but not push anybody away. Just be like a barrier between, Bertha and Jack.
Don't forget that I'm not trying to do cold damage to him, but my hand is cold.
Yeah. It's cold to touch. It's cool. Nice cool hand.
I
Perhaps
forgot I have
intimidating.
disadvantage on
I was
this.
wanting to try and maybe get some of the crowd to pay less attention by letting out a really great and very loud whistle.
That's right.
Roll
learn how to
performance.
whistle.
Roll performance for me with advantage because I just love that so much. Just like you're trying to get their attention, like wee or
Yeah.
hey. Wonderful.
Oh no.
It's gotta be good. Surely.
Hey, I am proficient in performance. So that is a 12.
12. Nice. Okay, so I need all of you to have your numbers in your mind. I just need to go off because it's really confusing for me.
11.
11. Okay.
12 for whistle.
Yeah, that's fine.
11 for I don't know what I rolled for.
12 with disadvantage.
You like added what you felt like.
I
I have a
didn't add
question.
anything.
Can a skill check ever be 0?
Yeah.
Okay, 0.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Things are going great.
It's a 1 minus 1.
Oh no.
Oh
You just
So-
don't.
You.
I don't
This,
even get there.
so this collection. This is the collection of what happens. You, Killian, you're putting your hand on his. You're putting your arm on his shoulder. You're trying to grab him. We have a couple of folks trying to intersperse themselves. Varia, you're trying to just like be that wall emotionally.
My head's
Like-
down, I'm trying to glare at everybody.
Yeah, you're
but
like-
I just
you're like-
don't feel good. Like, it's
Oh.
not.
Yeah,
it's
no,
not.
your face, you begin to sort of like keel over a little bit, where it's like it's that look in your face of like you got a little bit of bags under your eyes. You're like,
Yeah.
it's really hard to
Really
to
trying.
find you not weak looking,
Yeah.
basically. Gertie, you have some of the most success where you get a few people to turn their heads as you're just trying to get people's attention, like redirect part of this mob. However,
As Gertie whistles, there will also be a glow from the orb as the sound is magnified.
Yes, spirits, run it up.
okay, that is
Yo.
great. You see specifically Mark and Rack, the two halflings that had helped Varia and Nat earlier. They both specifically turn their heads and sort of, I don't want to say come out of the mob, but they sort of push their way to like, they're like being basically sort of moved around because the rest of the mob is trampling over the rest of you. They are pushing, they are tearing. Bertha gets pulled away. Jack uses his hammer and smacks through the door.
Oh.
Jack hammer. Jack sure does
True.
hammer.
So basically, those of you who had interspersed yourself in between the mob and the house, you're all going to take 4 points of bludgeoning damage. As they are like
me.
yes, including you. As you're sort of like moved and pushed into the throng of this mob. Gertie, you are still okay, and you've attracted some folks to where they're sort of unsure of how to proceed. As it seems Mork and Rack specifically, they look like they were kind of like caught up in the moment of these sort of like chants. They're like, oh, okay, yeah, we're doing this now. They're like, okay, wait, hold on. they're sort of like seeing, now that they're outside the mob, they're seeing what's happening. And there's a look of recognition in their eyes of like, uh-oh. However, the mob is still barreling through. Everyone, including those of you who had interspersed yourself, is now within the main room of their home. It's very packed. It's very tight. The mob is now pulling up like cushions. They are like actively searching. Jack's like, we gotta find her. We know she's in here somewhere.
Oh my gosh.
I want to do something
So one more skill challenge for you.
that may mess everything up, but I am a teenager, so
It's your
like
job
how
to
this
mess
is
things
starting.
up.
I'm going to light a torch and shoot grease into the middle of the room and say, "Stop now."
Eee.
All
You
right.
just
Roll intimidation with advantage for me.
Oh, they got advantage.
light the church on fire. Oh.
Light their home, but yeah, the whole town.
13.
13. Great.
Got that
Anyone
negative
else
one
want to do anything in the situation? As now, I will say, this is inhibiting them. It's slowing them down for sure, because now that there's grease everywhere, Bertha sort of, oh, my nice linens! But that's, people are also tearing up cushions and stuff, but now it's like definitely like, there's this thick scent. Oh, this is like, it feels a little bit like mud wrestling.
You said that they're
Wrestling
already
except
in
for
and like
sports.
messing with all this stuff. Sorry, did we see Alice already?
You have not seen Alice.
Okay.
Yeah,
Are
can
th-
I try to? I would like to try to find Alice.
Yeah, go ahead and roll investigation for me.
Okay. Is
That'll
it
be your challenge, yeah.
okay
Is-
if I give myself guidance?
Yes.
Okay.
Is there a set of stairs?
Yeah, let me describe to you what you can kind of
Oh,
see through the
okay.
throng of people.
Okay.
This, from the outside, you could have been able to tell. This house is definitely not 2 floors in the normal sense of like you have a staircase going up. There could be an attic. That's a very real possibility from the roof itself. However, the main floor that the floor plan you're looking into right now, we have a sort of main room It's about like 15 to 20 feet across, and then a little bit more like 25 feet this way. You're coming to the front door. You see a variety, about 4 different doors everywhere. Towards there, we sort of have this L shape going on, where we have like the main room that you're in here, and there's a little offshoot that leads to this small kitchenette and a back door. And there appears to be, if you were looking at it from a top-down perspective, there's one room right here, and there's 3 doors along this wall. What are we doing? We got Varia digging through, trying to push past the people, be like, I gotta find her. What are we doing?
I'm gonna slip out of the crowd, try to slip out of the crowd, and see if I can just be an extra person around Bertha to make sure nobody's like coming and messing with her. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Roll stealth for me,
Okay.
actually.
You said that there are stairs going up to a second level, or no?
There are no stairs leading up to a second level.
But you said that there were just like there were some doors that look like they could lead elsewhere.
So yeah, there are 4 doors. One door like direct if you're walking in from the main doorway. One door right across from you, and there's this long wall that leads to the kitchenette, and there's like 3 separate doors. From the outside, you glean that it's probably a singular floored building. There is the potential that there could be an attic, or there is like space basically where you see that there's like ceiling and not like an arch into the normal roof shape.
Okay, I'm kind of just gonna pick a spot that is between the people, the riders, and as many doors as possible, and again just try to hold my ground there and just try to
block, push them back. Yeah. You have a very large wingspan. Go ahead and roll athletics for me.
And then can I go up to the people who I distracted, the bearded guys, the little mans, and see if they'll help me calm down the crowd at all?
Yeah, what are you going to say to them?
Guys, this is a real mob mentality here. Think you can help me convince some people to calm down a little bit?
Yeah, maybe. I think this may have gotten out of hand. It was just supposed to be a meeting, and it seems to have gone a little wild.
I mean, you know these people. These are the people you've lived with forever.
They're very passionate folks, yes. So go ahead and roll persuasion for me with advantage. Basically, it's going to be you and the 2 of them are going to try to be like, hey, guys, like, cut it out. Like, hold on. Slow your horses. What's going on? Slow your roll. Hold your horses. Man.
Yeah. I wasn't going to say anything.
All right. You're slipping away. You did Grease. Oh, I have everybody.
I've been threatening to kill everybody. So.
Yeah. You're like, I'm going to kill you.
I rolled a 1 on that investigation, so I didn't see anything. But I would like to try to do something else, but I don't know if it counts in this round.
It's not going to count in this round.
Yeah.
Okay, can I get everyone's rolls real quick? Just what you rolled.
It was 13 for intimidation.
13, great.
16.
Nice.
Dirty 20 for stealth.
Nice.
It was like a nat 1 for a total of 4 investigation.
13.
Luckily, you can't actually critically fail or succeed at these skills.
Fair, but
Okay,
a 4
you can get a 0 though.
Pretty bad.
Yes.
Okay,
You get less than.
so, in sort of this hubbub, Gertie, you, Mork, and Rack are basically starting to like almost physically pull people out of the house and be like, calm down. What the heck are you doing? These are your neighbors. You're just like literally pulling them out. You're able to, Bogarth, sort of like put up your hands and just like squat a little bit, and you're able to create like this really large, basically just like physical barrier. It helps that a lot of folks see you and they're just like a little bit like, oh gosh. And you're able to sort of like sequester off the 3 doors along this side from people to run through.
And I'll just say, stay back, please. I don't want to hurt you. Please.
Which does not help them be more afraid of you.
Being like, I'll kill you.
Yes. Nearest to get to you last. Varia, you're sort of digging around. You're trying to just like, you basically just get swept up in the throng of people of like everyone's pounding, like looking for things. You have a hard time just like even getting to one of these doors to maybe try one of those. Nereus, you get outside. You go to Bertha. Bertha is on the ground.
Okay.
She basically fell over when she was pulled away. She looks only minorly hurt, but she looks very scared. She says, "You need to help Alice."
Yes.
And she'll whisper to you, "She's in the plot just across from the farm. She's buried herself in the mud."
Okay.
That's crazy.
Yep, Gritty.
Wild.
Oh, Killian. Yes, it's at this point of this all happening that suddenly there's a sploosh. Everyone's sort of slipping and sliding, and you see Killian out for freaking blood with a lit torch, like, stop!
Killian, as you hold this torch, the orb once again will glow. A fearsome aura surrounds you. Faces appear in the flame. The entire party will gain +1 to their intimidation rolls.
Let's go! That's juicy.
Yes.
Would that
Right
have
now.
changed mine to 14? Because I have a negative. That's all my modifier would have been.
Yeah, no, I mean 14's still good. So we're still technically in the skill challenge, but at this point, basically what has happened now is everyone has stopped. Jack has slipped and fallen over on the floor, but he is glaring daggers at Killian, hand still on the hammer. But a lot of the folks have the grease has at least stopped the momentum. Yeah, so at this point, what's going to happen is Jack is going to stand up, look at Killian. He's going to hold up his hand. His hand's still in the other hand, but he's going to hold up his hands like this. Now, son, you don't want to kill a whole village.
No, but I will.
Killian, what are you doing? This is not what I signed up for.
If you want to insight check me, it's not going to take a very high DC to see that I'm...
Yeah, actually roll deception for me.
Okay.
But you have advantage.
Oh, not intimidation. No.
That's 2 3s, so 2.
Okay, the dice give it and they take it away.
Oh,
Jack is going to very delicately, partially for dramatic effect, partially because there is grease everywhere, begin approaching you, Killian. He's going to say, "Look, I can see you're someone who means well, but this thing has been terrorizing our town for years. It might have come to accumulation now, but this has been years in the making. You don't know us, you don't know this town. So how about you take that torch outside, or put it out now. Either it's up to you. And you can just go back to wherever you're from and forget that you saw any of this happen."
Listen, I understand what you're saying. And I'll just put the torch closer to the grease, just so he stops for a second.
God.
I understand what you're saying. But you're giving into madness. We have proof that she is not the one doing these.
He's going to stop and think for a minute on that. You see a lot of the folks like spinning and turning around. Gertie, Varia, Nereus, you three, Varia, you basically at some point get pulled out by Rack, this small little halfling.
like outside.
Yeah, outside of the
That's where I wanted to be.
near, and it's basically you three sort of sync up as Mork and Rack are like some of the like you see Drake is now outside. Jeremiah is definitely still inside, but some of the other folks you've seen, you do realize you don't see Bert here, but Mork and Rack are kind of helping like calm people down and be like, let's just talk about this a little bit. This was supposed to just be a meeting. We're not trying to do anything crazy. Like talking about like you gotta like look at what we're doing. Like this looks crazy. But there's definitely still this divide. Varia, Nereus, Gertie.
That's us.
V and G. All right. You guys have this opportunity where we have Killian and Bogarth inside, sort of maintaining this crowd. You have this opportunity if you want to do something while you're out here. We'll take you guys again in a second here.
I'm gonna tell these two what I was told by Bertha, and that Alice is hiding in the mud somewhere. I'm just gonna relay that information, and yeah, that's what I'll do.
After hearing this, I would love to go and find Alice.
Yes.
As, like, stealthily as possible so that they can't.
Okay,
really
you guys
see
go
us
find
getting away.
Alice and make sure she's okay, and
Okay.
I'll stay with the little men and try and get more people out of the house.
That's a good idea.
Seems like Killian's about to light this up. We should get some people out of there.
You slip on the grace and fall.
Make a dexterity check.
Oh.
The
torch, Gillian.
Okay, I'll have you two roll investigation for me to go and try to find. Now we're gonna go to GKB. All right.
GKB.
Inside the home.
KGB.
What'd you roll? I'm sorry.
4. You said investigation?
I got a dirty 20 again.
Wow. 20.
I know that is very unfortunate. They give them the thing.
4.
So, Bogarth, Gertie, and Killian. The air is tense. As
Greasy.
you see now, the halflings and Gertie have at this point pulled out a lot of the people who are going to get out willingly.
Okay.
There's maybe only you have Jeremiah, you have Jack, and about 3 or 4 other people. So there's not a ton of people left in the house. But these ones are all specifically armed. Bogarth, you can see from where your vantage point is that they're, while Jack has been talking to Killian, one of these folks you haven't met yet is slowly approaching Killian from behind.
Oh.
You can sit on that while Jack talks to Killian.
Could I see it with my passive perception or no? Because it's 13.
13?
I'm sorry.
You can't.
Okay.
Just because of the tension of the situation.
Gotcha. Fair enough.
Look, we're not gonna do anything crazy. We're just going to politely tell Alice that they need to leave the town. That's it.
You're gonna do that with weapons.
It's just a little bit of encouragement. It is a savage monster after all.
Well, I'm encouraging you, and I'll get it even closer. It's about a foot off of the grease now. To put down your weapons and talk to us about this. We're not saying we're trying to stop you. We're saying we're trying to calm the situation down, show you the proof that we found last night.
Okay. Both of you roll intimidation. We're gonna jump to you two.
Straight roll for me now. Let's go.
Varia and Nereus. You go where Bertha was saying, the plot that's just right across from their farm.
Okay.
Basically how it's laid out is they have their farmhouse, which is nestled in between the 2 roads, and then they have these varying degrees of terraced plots that sit sort of along this road next to the sort of raised area that goes to the estate itself. The one that's directly across from the house, you see pretty obviously, right, as soon as you're coming over there, that there is just a mound with hair and a flower stuck on top, and their entire legs are just sticking out.
Nice.
They tried.
They tried really hard, but you can also see that this sort of they're not wearing shoes. They have sort of this bluish green tint to their skin, and their feet are shaking. They look to be, just from the sheer size, they look to be a very tall person, very large. Inside, intimidations. We're flipping back and forth. What'd you guys roll?
19.
19.
5.
It's going so bad.
I didn't mean to, but I ended up being the one speaking, and I told you I shouldn't.
Yeah, and I made the athletics check and rolled a 0. What are we doing?
What happened to the plan?
So we're only
Make
second
the
level.
plan.
We're still learning.
Plan
Still
goes
learning.
wrong. Abandon the plan.
Abandon.
Okay, so Bogarth, as you see this man approaching Killian from behind, like beginning to reach towards the torch, your weight sort of shifts, and there's a creak, which alerts you to sort of like look back. You see the guy, and he immediately like starts like backing off, especially because he like looks around, sees you, and is like.
And I'm also gonna be just staring straight.
Yeah,
at
no,
him.
he
Just
like
laser
shrinks
beam.
and like gets
Yeah.
on the floor. Like in the grease. It's like definitely doesn't look comfortable. He like slips and slides. But he's like, I'm not doing anything, But in that brief moment, Killian, you're gonna need to make a dexterity saving throw because Jack is going to lunge for your torch.
I got this one. We're good. It's gonna be
Holy crap.
Oh no!
No shot, dude.
That's a 1. So 3.
No.
Y'all got dice jail? Like.
Upstairs.
Okay.
Can I, knowing that it's gonna drop, just throw it back instead? I mean, I know it was a 1.
Throw it where?
Just throw it back out of the grease.
Oh, okay.
So this is going to be horrendous.
Or me as a player, I don't care. Kill him. But like, Killian does not want that.
Put the kill in Killian.
Okay, well, we So, this... Gertie, you are going to look on in horror. Bogarth, sorry. As what happens is... Jack lunges for the torch. Killian, just pulling your eyes away for a second, like he lands into you. Just fully, like, hitting your chest. You're slipping. You try to toss it, but it slips out of your hand and tumbles. You see the faces scowling in the torch, ready for some action, apparently. You see, as Jack is like pushing you out of the way, he sees the torch move. He goes to grab it. His left hand misses and nicks it and begins spinning as it goes towards the floor. He drops his hammer, lunges with his other hand as fear is placed in his eyes, and he catches it as it hits the grease.
God, he's useless, isn't he?
He really
all
is
his
good at
fault.
stirring up
Yeah.
trouble.
Thanks, Jack.
Thanks, yeah.
So,
what a guy.
Hate that guy.
So is this a TPK or?
No.
Well, they're not in the
It's not
building.
that
Yeah,
much.
the reason I survived.
That's a good point.
We have to
Yeah.
remake 2 characters.
Gertie, yeah, you watch on his horror as Bertha gasps and her house is lit ablaze.
Oh
gosh.
my god.
I did that.
I'll just
Oh no.
Oops.
What
Whoops.
do we even do?
Everyone who is inside of the building takes 3 points of fire damage as everyone is ignited.
God.
Including the people inside. I will say, from that damage, no NPCs look dead, just on fire, and now there is screaming. This is a whole other skill challenge
whole
situation. We
thing.
love it.
Nice.
It's a whole thing.
While that's happening, Varia and Nereus, we're going to cut back to you in our little moment of peace before this all happens for you all.
Okay, yep.
Alice is in the ground in front of you. You can only see their legs. Again, there's this bluish-green tint to their skin. They're not wearing any shoes. They seem to be wearing these like really beat-up, raggedy, like wool pants, basically, that are have sort of been worn to like capris, basically.
Oh, okay.
Like the bottoms have just slowly like worn off. It's also noted that those capris look very tight on their body. Like they are just like too big for their clothes.
I mean, I would love to run up and
Yeah.
like sort of get down on the ground, give myself a break too, but like wherever their head is, and just sort of whisper in case there is anyone around. We are here to help. We are not here to harm you at all. We would love to get you somewhere safe. Where can we take you?
You hear a sort of like low, and then the mug kind of shuffles, and like the flower's still on top, honestly. But you see just two like little yellow eyes like peek out. Roll persuasion for me. I think it would be persuasion because I'm basically making it so Alice needs to not be terrified of both of you.
Should we both roll persuasion?
Yeah.
Okay, not as bad as it could be.
Don't we love rolling dice today?
Yes. Yes. It's going
Sure.
really well.
It's great.
You said persuasion. 11.
Nice.
6.
Still not great.
Not known for my niceness.
Man wasn't listening to
Okay,
reason.
So Alice will get up out of the dirt and sort of sit on their haunches. I'm going to give the full description for Alice now, so just so you can know. Alice has their hair sort of parted in the center of their head. It's kind of like scraggly and like wavy. It sits just like sort of awkwardly like right above their pointed ears. It's cut like very straight, and they sort of have it like buzzed underneath. Their face looks like mostly like a human woman's face, sans their yellow eyes, sort of these much like stronger, squarer cheekbones, large jaw, and one singular tooth poking out from underneath the lip, creating this little effect like this. The top they're wearing appears to be like this very, now muddy, but it's like this white wool shirt. The sleeves have either been worn away or ripped off. They're very muscly. It's interesting to look at Alice because Alice has some features that you would say are feminine, but generally, like just the sheer muscle mass carries like some masculinity to it. Alice is very big. Alice looks to be about 7 feet tall. So like sitting on their haunches, they're like looking almost eye level with you. Well, not almost eye level, but they're taller than you would expect.
Okay.
Yeah, they look afraid, but they do, frankly, look scary. There's just like this aspect to them that is like, they're just so large and just so almost human looking that it's just like uncomfortable. But Alice will say to both of you, I don't really know where to go in town, but I would really like to not be here.
Yeah, of course. I'm gonna kind of get some of the mud off of her, or them, and just kind of clean them off, use part of my cape, just get it off their face and everything. We can find, are there any places that you know of that are rather secluded that you would feel safe? We want to make sure you feel safe wherever we take you. Yes.
Should we go back to the woods?
Would they think to look there?
I don't think so.
That might be the best option then. Would you feel safe traveling into the woods with us?
If it's not obvious, I'm just a little big.
I think we can keep you hidden.
We can keep. We're very good at it.
Okay.
Yes. I'm gonna take off my cape and kind of, I don't know, put it over Alice's head.
Make a little hood.
Just like a little hood, make it look them a little less conspicuous.
Yeah. Not scary. Problem solved.
Great.
Example.
At that moment, Nereus, as you're having this sort of like tender moment with Alice, suddenly you feel a hot rush of air as the cloth of the windows is blown out, and you see the cinders come from inside the house. As there's this sort of like sound. As you can now assume, the inside of the house is on fire, jumping back to our lovely fire crew.
If I may remind our players, Laird and Ivy, that I do believe you have inspiration from last session.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
This is funnier, but also, oh no.
Big oh no.
That inspiration could have changed this whole thing.
It really could have.
I didn't have it written in because I thought I had used it, but I will write it in.
Yeah.
I mean, you may have used it. That's just my sheet.
Should I have it or not?
Mr. DM.
Just please have it. I need
you
the help.
you can have it, sure.
It's not gonna. It's like.
You can have
Next
a little
session,
inspiration as a
after using
trait.
it, do I have it or not?
Yeah. I hear I hear the confusion. So for our fire crew, Bogarth, Gertie, and Killian. Again, we're basically still in the skill challenge because now everything is on fire. You hear Bertha outside like yelling, and most people are now scrambling in a different sort of mob way of like there is just now hysteria. What would you like to do?
I'm assuming like kind of by Bertha.
Mhm.
So I'll probably just like put my arm around her and be like, stop, like, and move her like out as far away, and then I'll probably like run back into the fire and try and do the same thing with the people inside, try and get people out of that house.
Yeah. Go ahead and what would be?
Seems like a dexterous thing to do, perhaps.
Sure. You can go ahead and roll acrobatics for me to try to like basically like, dodge around this fire. The good news is in this sort of like instance, because the fire has just happened, there is no structural damage to the house yet, which for those who don't know is the main like danger, like obviously between like heat and smoke and like choking people out, but because the structural damage to the building, it begins to fall apart. That's the big scary thing. You have like, this is scary but not unamendable at this point. What'd you roll?
21.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to get basically just helping pull out some folks who are already. There is chaos inside, especially because everyone is on fire inside.
Yeah.
You're able to sort of pull out two of the gentlemen who are inside, leaving behind Killian, Bogarth, Jack. One of the men you pull out is Jeremiah, and then three other men who are still inside. One of which is on the floor. You guys still have a second to do in this as well.
I'll yell out because I'm on fire. Ah, get him out of here! And then
I'm sorry, no, sorry. There's two other men two other men.
Are you yelling that to me?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, I mean, if that's what you want to do, but that's what my character's saying.
I'm still trying to figure out what I'm doing. So you do.
Yeah,
what
Bogart,
you're
you're now on
doing.
fire. Just suddenly.
I'm gonna try to non-lethal knock out Jack so I can carry him out, and then we can take care of the fire.
Yeah, go ahead and make an attack roll.
That's better. That's much better.
19.
Yeah, that definitely hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
That'll be 4 damage.
Yes, that does actually knock out Jack. Like cleanly. Bam. So in addition to knocking out Jack, the sort of you're still frosty fresh.
Mm-hmm.
Frosty fresh hand.
I didn't add the damage on it, but it is like coated.
Yeah. The cool sort of the coolness of the glove, or arm, not glove, arm. The coolness of your arm. The energy sort of actually radiates off a little bit from the blow to Jack. It does actually quell the fire on him and just in like the small surrounding area around him. So he is unconscious over your shoulder. If you want to just hightail it out of there, you are able to do that.
Yeah.
Great. And yeah, so you're able to sort of like plow through as you're still like, you run out and you're like literally having to roll on the ground to get the fires out, but you get Jack out. Bogarth. You leave behind two gentlemen inside, one of which is the one on the ground in front of you. There's another one sort of to your left, basically, in the corner.
I would like to do 2 things really quick. One of them basically just happens instantly. I'm going to second wind and recover. Oh my god! It's fine. Everything's great. What is second wind? Is it fighting level? Oh, that's not as good as I thought it was going to be. I am going to basically just sort of second winding. I'm not going to try to pat the fires out. I'm just going to kind of just sort of take it. And I'm going to walk up.
Mind over matter.
Yeah, slowly to the 2 that are still here. And I'm just going to look at them and just say, "You've got what you wanted. You're destroying your community from the inside. You've done enough. Get out."
You can see there's some semblance of recognition. They're they're trying to scramble, but they are like fully on fire. Yes, that is the situation. You look so cool, and you are so intimidating. They're in a state of crisis. Speaking of which, everyone inside takes 2 more points of fire damage.
Would that be me and Jack as we were leaving? Or just me?
Just you. Just you. Jack's above the fire, but it's Bogarth and the other 2. As now the fire begins to creep up the sides of this house. From your visuals, they're definitely scared of something. But it's again, there's just like this hysteria of the one who's sort of like in the corner. He ends up like literally like running across the room and yeeting himself out the window. You hear a definitive crunch as he falls out. But just again, it's more screaming. The gentleman on the floor is like pinned down by your immense presence, just like screaming and like trying to crawl through like the char and what's left over of the grease.
How much of the house is on fire at this point? Is it like pretty bad?
Basically, so what you can glean is that at first the grease like being lit up, that was the grease that was on fire. That's what caught everyone on fire. Okay. However, the walls of the house and like specifically like the corners of the windows, the corners of the door frames are specifically beginning to catch cinders and like the wood itself is actually beginning to ignite.
Okay. Are there any blankets anywhere in here?
There is like a tablecloth. Basically, from where you can see, the kitchenette's behind you, but there's like, it's basically a small sitting area, and there is like, I wouldn't call it super hefty, but there is like a cloth draped over the table.
I'm just gonna grab whatever blankets I can, and just, after I've said that, just run around and just try to grab them and just put them over the fires.
Yeah, great, you're able to do that. All right, we're gonna jump back again. Yeah, so basically, at this point, Bogarth, as you're beginning to do this, and Gertie and Killing, you see this now, a lot of the townspeople are now like bringing like buckets of water, they're bringing blanket. They are now starting to try to help this situation.
As they should.
The folks who were inside when the fire started, they are like, people are trying to help them. They're like, Mork and Rack are like, you've seen them like book it across the village to try to go back and like grab some herbs or something to help with like solve their burns. Bert's still nowhere to be seen. Yes.
Bert was the...
Oh, hold on, I got
the
it.
short
Bert was
ball
the
guys.
monk?
The healer man.
Yeah,
The
okay.
halfling with the long beard.
Oh, you're right, it was the halfling. Okay.
Yes. So from here we're actually going to exit the skill challenge. You two, because of the fire, you are actually able to navigate Alice to the forest behind Drake's home. Yeah. It was quite a. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's so much of.
Town caused a big distraction.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's so much of like a mellow moment, but there is much more of a. There's less of this mob mentality. There's a little bit of hysteria, but Gertie specifically is like jumping up and like directing people and getting everyone. You're unsure how much of Bertha's house is going to be able to be saved, but specifically, people are now like starting to help out. Bogarth, unless you attempt to put out the fire on yourself, you're going to take more fire damage.
No, I wouldn't. I'm prioritizing everything else.
Okay, you're going to take another 2 points of fire damage. Over the next several minutes, as this happens just very quickly, this very rapid succession, things begin to calm down. Something that you become aware of, though, very quickly, Bogarth, is the man who like fell on the floor. There's no saving him.
he
gets in the grease.
Yes, it did not help things for sure.
Was that Jack or was that someone else?
That was someone else.
Okay.
Wish it was.
Was it the guy
Jack
that was
who
trying
killed
to
him.
grab him from
I
behind?
wasn't going to drop that torch, but Jack maybe Jack killed the man.
Yes. So in the moment sort of following...
Whatever you need to tell yourself.
All I did was hand him the gun. He's the one who pulled the trigger.
Yeah, but you loaded it.
Yeah.
I'm going to jump back to you two in just a second. Okay. But our lovely three over here, you all have a moment here now where it's difficult, but like Mork and Rack have returned. Franz has appeared, the monk that we had previously discussed. He's doing his best to help folks, but he's definitely more of like a spiritual, I'll read you your last rites, not exactly a doctor. Mork and Rack are like solving people. Most folks seem to be not, like, there are burns, but most folks, they're probably going to be okay. The main, like, there is just one casualty, basically, was the main inside. Folks are... Jack has been sort of like bandaged up. He definitely looks pretty badly burned, but he's sort of being left to his lonesome as people are just kind of like navigating that difficult emotional state of, you're really injured, but also...
this guy.
Yeah.
This guy.
You have a moment to sort of talk with anyone. You do realize that you don't know where Vari and Nereus are. I'll leave the floor open to you for a second before I jump back.
Is Bogar still on fire?
Yeah, I mean, what's the fire situation at this point with me?
Someone else has put you out.
Okay, great.
Thanks. Yeah, I can imagine Killian or Gertie, if you would like to put out Bogart.
Yeah, I probably would have rolled over and started trying to.
Yeah, at some point when the house fire like has died down.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
it'll grow back.
Yeah, Killian runs up to you and ices you down.
Oh, I was just acting tough out there. This really hurt.
I'll like immediately go to him and he's like, yeah, it does.
I would like to, is there like maybe a tree stump or a big rock around?
Yeah, absolutely.
Gertie would like to hop up, right, on a little stump or on a big rock.
Yeah, there's like a big rock like across the road.
And of course, let out a really crowd gathering whistle.
Yep.
Right?
You absolutely do.
Yeah.
Attention is on you. Everyone's looking to Gertie.
And I'm gonna say, everybody, it is not Alice who you're looking for. This behavior is unnecessary. We should rally to find these children, but it's not Alice that you guys are after. Yeah.
Yeah, she's right. Who has the paper?
I don't know who would have had it. I mean,
think
it was just here.
I think I did give
The
it
guy
to
that
you
was
for
on
a second.
fire.
Okay, so
For the love of God, show them the papers.
So
Yeah.
I did give it
yeah,
to
I
Varia,
did.
just so
ask
we know
for
it did not
Yeah.
burn up in my stuff.
Okay, that's good.
I have it on me,
Okay.
but
Oh, are my
we're not
books
there.
okay?
We'll get to there.
Oh, no.
So
psychological damage.
yeah, Gertie.
I shouldn't have brought it up.
Everyone here, sort of like
You've taken
you're
massive
now
damage.
before like as you were coming through town, you were like looked upon as a stranger. Everyone's really looking to you now. Fran's gonna come up. Miss Gertie, I don't know if you were what you exactly were thinking, but I can imagine we can have Bertha and Alice stay in the temple while we try to do some repairs on their home. I don't know if you're a carpenter at all, but we would love your help with figuring that out.
I can get it in a minute.
Yes, do you have any priority for how we want to treat folks?
Yeah, let's just line up the most wounded to the least wounded and make sure everyone gets taken care of, and then everyone needs to go home. We can reconvene a different time, but this mob is out of hand. I mean, look what happened.
Yeah, absolutely. I will. I'll tell Mork and Rack to start, and we'll try to. I'll try to get people to get on their ways home and try to disperse the mob. Thank you
Just doing my job. Being
Definitely that listening. Yeah.
Tumbleweed in the winter.
Great. Jumping back to Barry and Nereus. You are able to get over to the forest by Drake's house. You don't go necessarily. You can go through the twig arch, or you could just go into some of the surrounding denser trees.
I mean, I don't think they would find us in the twig arch, and it seems like they're after blood. So.
Yeah, and it would if we're not in dense wooded area, they do come after us. We'll be able to move around a little bit more. It might be safer.
Also, FYI, my alarms are all off now. The trap is still triggerable, the one that I set, but the alarms are all done.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I think.
Good to know.
Yeah.
You just scare Alice and start
Immediately leave them into danger.
I figured I'd mention it now.
I think we should go in, and one of us stay with Alice, and the other should run back to try to tell everybody.
Okay. What would you prefer? I know you're looking a little ill right now.
Yeah, are you okay?
I don't know what's going on, but
Okay.
it doesn't matter. There are more important things right now.
Well.
So.
Okay. All I'm saying is that if you need just a moment to stay, maybe if you would prefer to stay with Alice, I can.
I think so.
Okay.
I think
I
so.
could rub your back.
Oh, that's really sweet of you. I
You know,
would love
Bogart
that.
isn't with you, but it's kind of like Bogart's still with you.
Yeah, fair enough.
Really
Good
tall,
company.
broad.
I'll take you up on that, sure.
Yeah. I will say getting Alice through the twig arch is very difficult.
She told me. Everything's told.
Yeah. They big, and they not Bogarts, so they don't necessarily cat
They
through.
can't just
Would
It's like
it
a
be-
semi trying to go under a bridge that's too short.
I mean, if I could, I would love to, hand on arm and just, casting guidance to try to help.
You're able to shimmy them through, but Nereus, you're left behind Drake's house on your lonesome.
Great. I'm on our worst enemy's property right now. Who doesn't like us already? Great. Right?
Not
Yeah.
quite worst enemy.
Not worst.
Yeah.
He's
Do you want
up there.
Do you want to circle back to the?
I'll fast as I can. As far as my little legs can carry me, I make my way back to.
Say, Nereus, this whole running thing is getting old real quick for you.
Very tired of it. I would like to just be able to swim. Thank you.
Making my way downtown.
Great.
You look to your left, there's a creek.
Where
Where did that come from?
Is there a bottle
It goes
of
straight
water
into
I can
town.
There's no large body of water. The terraces have some inlaid irrigation.
Do I? No, I'll just keep running.
Okay.
Running.
Yeah.
Running.
Can't you dash as a bonus action? You can make it pretty far.
I'll dash. I'll use the bonus action and everything.
Yeah, we'll jump back to the
Yeah.
whole group in just a second. Barry, I want to do one thing for you here real quick.
Okay.
As you sort of get to this other side and sit, just taking a breather, taking a little chill with Alice.
Making sure Alice is okay, seeing
yeah.
if I can help at all, and just trying
what's-
to keep an eye out.
What's funny is that Alice actually seems much more concerned about you, where Alice is feels okay, but after there's been a moment, Alice is just gonna say, "Well, thank you for helping me. I know it's hard. I'm a little different, but."
That's the thing, is it's not hard. I don't understand why I realize I have the papers and I'm like, I have to get the papers to them. We'll get it there eventually, but it's not hard to just be kind. It's frustrating, and you haven't done anything wrong, and there's no reason for all of this. So, I'm sorry to you.
Well, thanks. I have done some things wrong. I
Yeah, but you haven't
spilled the
kidnapped
milk
children.
the other day.
Yeah, exactly. That's not. You haven't killed children, and you haven't kidnapped children, and you haven't done anything wrong to anybody in this town. So, sorry.
It's okay. You can talk about it.
Anyway, it's just frustrating.
What are these papers?
We found stuff that helps your case, and I just happen to have it on me, but I don't, and not on anybody else. And whatever, fine. It'll all get sorted out eventually. We're going to help you get through this.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What's your name?
Varia.
I'm Alice. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
It's like a very limp handshake.
Yeah. Mine is too.
Just two wet noodles slapping together in the night. Jumping back to our other post. Yeah, I'm really bad at
Fade to black.
Crossfade, like.
A really awkward, like, slide fade. Anyways.
I like the circle one where, like.
Yeah.
So, as Bogarth, as you and Killian are sort of both being treated by Mork, just like rubbing something that just really stings all over your burns. But after there's a just nice, like, little bit of cool. That's a nice reprieve before it stings again. Gertie, if you would like to be, you can be, like, helping, like, direct sort of the flow of traffic. Franz and a couple other of the townsfolk, like, kind of keep turning to you. Everyone's slowly beginning to sort of exit the area of the incident.
Good.
Bertha is sort of just quietly standing and, like, staring at her home, very penitive. As Nereus runs up.
Guys, hurry! What the hell's happened?
I mean...
Killian, you want to explain?
Yeah, so Jack set the house on fire.
Okay. How did any of that happen?
I may have shot grease everywhere and threatened him with the torch, and he knocked it out of my hand. So.
Like a normal thing to. Okay, yeah, cool.
It was pretty crazy, but it was Jack's fault.
Well, yeah.
I think.
I think the important thing to remember here is that it was Jack's fault. So that's all you really need to know.
Bimbo's an adult, and it was Jack's fault.
I will say we lost someone in there. As far as I can tell, they were the only one.
Okay.
So this conversation that we're trying to have with everyone, I think, is gonna be a difficult one. Still.
Well,
I hope that they see reason and understand that it was their own actions that led to this. But I'm not hopeful, to say the least. Hey, careful!
Speaking of, I'd like to get up and walk over to Bertha
Mm-hmm.
and just apologize to her that her house got set on fire. Could have been handled better.
Yeah.
Handled better.
We dispersed the mob. If you think about that.
You, Bertha, like, turns to look at you, and where you expect to see tears, there's just, like, a hollowness behind her eyes. She just asks, she says, well, they didn't get Alice.
No. And they won't.
And that's the important thing.
And I'll rebuild your house. I'm really good at it, I promise. Just as good as tearing them down.
Yes, well, I'm beginning to think that that maybe I should just take Alice somewhere else.
Well, I feel mighty awful about what happened. Why don't you...
No, it's fine. Ever since my husband passed, things have been tricky as it is. I love Alice quite a lot, but she's been a difficult child to raise. I always kind of thought that when I was younger, that if I had a girl, it'd be lovely summer dresses and teaching them to sew, but it's hard to even get enough fabric to get something to sew something that Alice can fit into it. But I don't think I'd trade it for anything. I've been trying to sell the farm, actually, before this, as it were, because folks around here don't really trust Alice. I was hoping maybe if we were able to get enough coin together to move to one of the cities, that folks might be able to overlook Alice's shortcomings and see the lovely young woman that I see.
Well, I think I can help with that. I don't know when the next time I'll be back is, so I have an empty apartment I'm paying for in the big city. You're free to stay there until you can get your feet under you with Alice.
Which city?
The City of Progress is technically where.
Yeah, in the City of Progress.
Oh.
And they're probably missing me at the forge. Could use some big hands.
That's something that Alice might be good at. We'll definitely take you up on that. But if you could maybe try to find someone who'd be willing to purchase our farm. I mean, they could build a whole new house if they can afford to. It's prime real estate, really, and I think it'd just be better for both of us to start over.
Is like Gertie over here is all of this, I'm sure.
You're definitely in circulation up. You're sort of taking that role of like the host or the leader. While conversations are happening around you, no one's objecting to you like jumping in. So you definitely would hear this and be able to.
Where is
Gertie
Jack?
President.
Jack? Where is Jack? That's a great question. Jack, he has he's gone down the road back towards the orchard, sort of circular road on our wagon wheel.
Okay.
But he's sort of like stopped and is just looking at the house.
So he's like within walking distance?
Mhm.
I'm gonna, can I catch up to him?
Yeah.
I want to bring Jack back to the situation. I want to like grab his ear and like fucking like bring
Yeah,
him
absolutely.
back to
Mom mode?
Oh, my arm! Oh, yeah.
And I'm gonna look at Bertha, right?
Mhm.
And I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna like like nudge him, kind of like a mom would to her kid, and be like, "Don't worry, being a mom is hard, and you should take yourself and Alice to somewhere you feel you guys can be safe for now." And Jack is gonna help you find someone to watch you this plot of land, take it over, and he's gonna give you some money for your way. And I'm like, hit him again.
Wow, that's so kind of you, Jack.
What?
Yeah.
What a way to turn it around.
And while he's at it, I know Jack had something to say to you.
Still just like pulling on his ear like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Bertha. I didn't mean for it to end up like this. You're not forgiven.
It's like, Queen. Yeah.
We both know how you wanted this to end. and you're a vile, evil little man.
True.
He just stays silent after that.
Good.
Bertha, if I may speak to you for a moment, perhaps away from... I kind of just motioned to Jack.
I'm happy to go.
Yeah, please. It would be much appreciated, actually.
As long as-
Release his ear.
As long as he's given up like what he's got in his little pockets, and you know, once he's like,
Yeah, you shake him down. He
Yeah.
gives up. He gives up roughly around like 7 gold,
Yeah.
basically.
he can go then.
In total. He sort of like walks off. Franz is also like he's the last of folks have gone home, so really now it's just you guys, Franz, and Bertha there.
Yes. I will say, my companion is waiting with Alice in the woods. We have taken them to safety. We can retrieve them as soon as possible, but they are safe. A little muddy, but that's nothing a good bath can't fix. I couldn't help but overhear. I just wanted to say, I've seen the worst of parents, and I've seen the best of parents. You're one of the best. I don't want you to worry about how you're faring in that field, because when it comes to parenting, I think you're doing a bang-up job. That's all.
Thank you, young man. It's hard sometimes, but we keep moving forward. So, I think I'm gonna go lie down. She walks over the temple.
Could I really quick, could Bogart, while this is happening, just be checking on the condition of his book bag?
Yes. So, a couple of your books are a little like singed at the edges. Your book bag itself is not doing super hot.
It's okay.
Well, it was
Like the
doing
pages-
super hot.
Yeah, the pages are like you're looking through the pages. Lots of the content seems okay. They're like a little bit like warped and scraggly from like the smoke, and there's like definitely smoke stains on the fronts of the covers, like blocking out parts of the verbiage.
As you witness the smoke stains on your books, an ephemeral feather duster will sweep over them, cleaning them of ash and char.
Oh my goodness! And I'm gonna keep digging through and find Lord of the Swords and see that it's in pristine condition. And just
You see the feather duster sort of like turn into this like blue-green spectral energy and float back and reverberate into the orb.
Thank you.
Under the orb.
Wait, did it clean my book bag?
No, but I can fix your bag. I'm sorry that it got damaged.
Yeah, here.
Bogart, your books for the most part now are okay.
Okay.
They're manageable. Your list. The bottom part of the list has been burned away.
No!
Again. Bring it over.
How much of the... Oh, okay.
Let me just...
Yeah, I was literally going to ask how much was burned away and just on stream right now. But if you can fix it, then I'll...
No. In terms of fixing, like, are you trying to use...
Mending. Yeah.
Mending? So the unfortunate thing here is that you could pretend... In the schemes of how mending would work in this situation, it is the paper itself is not like split or like ripped. It is like burned away. Yeah. You could reasonably... with mending, potentially like the means of the spell, like repair the paper, but the contents on the paper are not going to be there.
How much would you say was burned?
I would say like the bottom quarter.
Bottom quarter?
ASMR.
Yeah.
Rip noise.
Burn it on stream. ASMR.
Thanks for trying.
Sorry, buddy.
Well, maybe it just means I don't have to do those.
What even is that list for?
Oh, well, it's It's a list that a friend of mine gave me. She told me to do everything I can to complete this. And if I can complete this, I can consider my field studies finished. And I can go back and see her.
Now, I'm so sorry to interject.
Sorry.
This is all very lovely and touching, and I'm very sorry about your paper. But can we please make sure Alice is okay? Just people have been going missing. I don't see your friend Varia. Is she the body in there? I'm just.
Oh my goodness, Varia! Yes, Varia!
Varia!
Is she okay?
Yes, Varia is in the woods near that the twig doorway. I don't know.
Oh, the portal.
The portal, yes. I left
The non-portal portal.
with Alice. They should be recovering. They should be totally, fingers crossed, totally fine.
Okay.
We can go there now. Should we go there now?
Well,
I think it would be best.
Yes. I'm sure you want to be reunited with Alice, so...
No, sorry.
Not you.
Understandable. I'm also, she's a little bit older, but I'm much older than her. But yeah, I'm just concerned, and especially about I had heard you had ventured into the woods and some stuff had happened. I saw also earlier, so I'm assuming that you got the children back?
Well,
We can talk about it more with Varia. Let's go over there now.
Okay, great. Yes, I would like that.
Okay.
We do it.
Yeah, you,
Let's go.
You all make your way back over into the woods, meeting up with Varia and Alice, who most of you see for the first time.
Do we get any amount of hit points back at all from the little salves and stuff that they were giving us?
Yeah, you get 4 hit points back.
Oh, sweet.
God. And you did mend my book bag, right?
Yes.
Would that have been okay? Like, would that have worked for the most part?
Yeah, that would be within the realms of repair.
Okay, cool. You said 4 hit points?
Mhm.
Okay.
Except for the people who got bludgeoning damage at the very beginning. We don't get, I'm assuming. When we got trampled over.
Oh, yeah, no, that's not resolved.
See, I got
No
every
songs
damage
for
that
that.
could have happened done, so I was like, can I heal them a little bit?
At all? Please?
I'll take them all.
Where are you at?
I was at 5.
Oh, man!
Wow.
All right.
Gotten a little close for comfort.
Yeah, been absolutely bombarded.
Cool.
So,
4, 2, 2.
it is now all 5 of you and the spirit orb in the woods with Franz and Alice. Alice is like sitting, like legs sort of perched up, like hands in their lap, like childlike. Franz like leaning against a tree to the best of his ability to support his back. So I apologize, but I just haven't had the chance to catch up with you all. What exactly has happened?
Or like what hasn't
Where
happened.
do
Yeah.
we begin?
With the papers, do you want to explain it?
Yeah, we found who was taking these children. We solved that problem. I'll just hand these over with this.
You like, did you arrest them? Kill them?
Well, we didn't find the person who was doing things wrong to the children. We did find where the children were going. They were going with a friendly, possibly, forest spirit by the name of Mimbo.
Oh.
And he
Oh
had
my.
his own, I don't know if for sure, but I think it was an extra dimensional space.
Which we
Big words.
which
Remember, they might not be able to read.
Listen.
would Alice and I have seen Mimbo around while we were sitting here? I mean, I assume it would, while everything was happening, maybe be like, I don't know, 30 minutes to an hour or so that we were sitting.
Yeah, you roll perception for me, actually. This is a good point. Thank you.
If I
Andrew.
may interject.
Yes.
Gertie, all this talk of children is really pulling at your heartstrings. But somehow, you feel a small, familiar hand on your own. Gain 1 inspiration.
Little hand.
You said perception.
Yeah.
16.
16. Yes, so during your just sort of like sitting with Alice, you see like Alice at some point like stand up and go over and pick up like the worn leather ball and like begin like sort of like kicking it around in this little like muddy field. So, like, like kind of like having a personal moment. You don't like fully see Mimbo. The thing you do notice about the forest now is the wisp light isn't there. It is daytime. But you do swear you see, like in between some of the leaves in the trees, 2 large orange lights.
How much coverage is there in this forest? Like, is it like pretty covered and like shaded here?
Ish. It's not like full jungle canopy, but basically with how the trees are is like there are parts where the trees are denser and it's more like difficult to navigate, and there's like more hefty tree cover, but it's like there's like loosely a canopy, like it's not connecting in every single spot, but it's like if you're looking up, you're expecting to see trees, leaves, and branches, and maybe there's like some space in between, or there's like light coming through. Like it's still lit, you can definitely see. It's definitely fully lit, not dim. But yeah, it's not like completely like threaded together like a jungle canopy.
Okay.
Yeah, so you don't fully see Mimbo, but
Okay.
So yes, we come back to Franz and y'all. So let me get this straight. You were able to save all of the children, but you...
Well, not...
I wouldn't say all.
We were able to save 2 of them. The rest, experiments had been done to them, and they turned into a terrifying malignant. We had to...
Well, hold on. We only know that happened to Mia, for sure. Or was the rest in there?
There's at least one more that was in there. One of the other
At
subjects.
That was said that happened and that they...
I'll just hand over all of the papers and say this is all of the proof that we have found. I don't know if you can help us figure out who the other children would have been, but we know for sure Mia also and Ayla are accounted for.
Yes.
At this point, Alice will pipe up. I think Borgen also was one of the kids that disappeared. I don't know if that's relevant.
Oh, thank you, Alice.
Well, right, because we're missing Borgen. We're missing Borean. What was the name that was there a name in there that for the kid that?
It said subject 1 and 2. So
And then it gave descriptions. I don't know if there was.
It did give descriptions, but
And we know that Mimbo said that a princess named Matilda was there too.
Something.
But but I don't know if Matilda went missing. We just know that Matilda was playing with them too.
Right.
So
the specifics are still very not specific.
Yes. Do you have any idea whom it was? And Alice will also pipe in. I don't mean to interject again. But I think I was helping Borgen with picking some of the fruits off the trees. He's not very tall. And I am. Yeah. So he said that the princess, what they were calling who they were calling the princess. I think it's the Duke's daughter.
Oh.
Because that's what he said. Is that the big nobleman in town and his princess, which is probably the Duke and his daughter. I don't know. It just was. It just was something.
Is the Duke here now? Is the Duke in town right now? Can we go talk to him?
I have some choice words for him.
Yes, I do believe he's currently at the estate here. It's just on that little like raised up area right above what was Bertha's and Alice's home.
Yes.
it's still there. They could still live there.
Oh.
But
It wouldn't be very
it's
good.
just not.
I forget. So obviously the Duke is kind of like the prime suspect in all of this? Was the Duke like explicitly in those papers? I can't remember.
No, but it did say like I can bring subjects to the basement of the vacation estate, which
Okay.
yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah.
And he matches the description. Also noted physically, and he's bald.
He's bald, right? Okay.
The worst
The
crime
one
in the
Mimbo
world.
is not. These are all constants. Okay. Great.
I think
Cursed with MPB. Right.
I think we should get Alice back to Bertha safely.
Yes.
I would like to do something in these since we're here, and then I think we should go talk to the Duke as soon as possible and just get this figured out.
Yes.
So, okay, bringing Alice back into town, should we be a little bit sneaky about how we do it, or should we just kind of march in there?
If anyone wants to mess with us at this point,
That's
I
true.
think they got another thing coming.
Yeah.
If it's all the same to you, could I tag along?
Absolutely.
You're all really nice.
Oh,
Well,
you're
Alice,
nice too, Alice.
You need to go check on your mom first,
That's true. She's very worried about you.
and then of course you can join us.
Okay. Absolutely.
Yes, well, you all should definitely talk to the Duke. I will say one thing before you go, though. Whatever happens with the Duke or whatever happens here, I would ask of you all one more teensy, tiny, itty-bitty favor. Now, I was reading through some of my meditation prayers last night, and something stuck out to me. I know you all found that very interesting orb, the orb of the spirit caller. The thing that intrigues me about it is that it's mentioned in some of Nellen's texts that only those who possessed immense spiritual connection could wield the orb itself. Someone who was favored by even Nellen himself. Now, the only person who's ever been written to have had that ability was Oros Neberon himself. I'm not saying you're necessarily like prophets or pariahs, but I think it would be in both your interest and my order's interest that if you ever find yourself in the City of Values, to visit the Temple of Glass. I can't do all the rites. To be frank with you, I'm really old. And I'm kind of on my way out. So I would really just appreciate it if you would give it some thought. You could potentially, this could be a sign from Nellen himself of good days to come. Or bad.
Great. More spirit mumbo jumbo.
Wait, so you're saying that in order to wield the orb of the spirit caller, one must be favored? Is that what you're saying?
Pretty much exactly, yes.
And yet you three, and you currently, rather, have all either wielded it or are currently wielding it. So... And it does seem to like us. It did help me out there
Maybe
in
we
the
can
bind.
ask him why.
We could.
Yes, I spirits can be fickle and crazy things and, have some crazy answers to things, but
you're suggesting that these three are all favored.
Well, I'm not sure. That's the thing of it. This has literally only happened one other time before, as far as I can tell.
Right.
Could I do some like history check to see if I know anything from my book about like sort of folk tales about any other?
Yeah, go ahead and roll. Yeah, roll history.
Yeah. Okay.
Can I assist him?
Sure. Yes.
If he's thinking through stuff.
Yeah. Do you want to roll with advantage?
Sure.
Sure.
Oh, hold on, that was okay. That is a dirty 20.
Nice.
Yes. So, what you recall is that part of a big point of pride for Neberon specifically, they considered it. The nation itself considers the fact that their founder and the founder of Oros in general had the divine right because he was specifically favored by Nellan and his court of spirits. Both you and Killian would know that generally there's like some like sayings of it's like, oh, you found a gold coin, you must be favored by the spirits, those sorts of things. But in terms of like hard and fast concrete, that specifically the term comes from the fact that Oros Neberon himself was considered to have a divine connection to Nellan himself and to the spirits, and was favored by them, could call on them for aid in times of trouble, or summon them into the world around him.
Huh. That's crazy. This is a big deal.
Yeah.
Yes, that's...
They're all so amazing! And special. Apparently.
Yes, that's what I'm hypothesizing. I'm not sure,
Right.
but...
What are the odds of them just being all in the same place?
Must be organized by the spirits and Nellan himself. The gods will it to be that way, don't they always? Anyway.
I would like to ask the spirits.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
I'm going to
go ahead.
As an action,
So
expend
you're
a
spending a
charge to
charge.
peer into the orb.
Okay. So you
Peer
roll
into your
D6.
orb.
That's a 6.
Add your proficiency bonus.
8.
So it's 8. So
You get to read 8 messages.
yeah.
Oh, I gotta
So we'll give them just a second to respond, and then you'll be able to. We are by the way, we are changing how this works. Last time it was we rolled a spirit die, and that was how many seconds we got to read, and it didn't work the way that we thought it would. This is sort of our playtest. So now instead, whoever is peering into the orb will just read that number of chat messages. So get them in there quick still.
Buggers.
Wow, he's really peering into that orb really good.
Spirits.
What do you think about him peering into that orb?
He's taking his sweet time.
Right.
You think he's seeing, like, handsome individuals in there?
Well,
Maybe-
if you can see his reflection, then he probably is.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Looks like you're also favored by Nereus.
Something even more special.
I'm truly blessed. I
Killian,
suppose.
the spirits ask you, what is your question?
That's a good point.
Are we? Yeah. Talk to me.
Go on.
Um,
Waiting.
Why are are we favored? Do you all? How many of us are there? Do you know? Why us?
All right.
Who's ready for some scathing reviews?
Are we holding up in your standards?
How are we holding up to your estimations? How are we holding up to your estimations?
Because this is going to take just a little bit,
Mhm.
I would like to pull out my list now that Varia's here and just be like, Varia, look at what happened.
Oh.
Damn it, Jack.
Got all messed up.
Hmm.
Do you think it means that I don't have to do the ones that were burned?
No, you still do.
Oh.
We'll just write them on the back.
Oh. Do you know what they were? I did save this so you can... out of game.
Well,
Is that above the tabletop?
What?
At my D&D table?
Character voices at all times! Oh, by the way, while you have that, I did get my blades sharpened.
when?
Here you go. What do you mean when? You were literally there.
I was.
Yeah, you actually were. Yeah, we were at Berthan's. And I maybe
was stroking his sword for him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I
Well.
remember that, actually.
That did happen.
Bogarth,
That part didn't get burned off, so you have to sign it.
You maybe want to give her a little bit of a break here. She doesn't look very well.
Let's figure this out later. I want to help,
But I
but let's
did it.
figure it out. I understand. We'll get it. Remind me later. Okay. Now's not the time.
Okay.
You can also all feel the haunting, menacing aura around you begin to fade as certain things begin to stick out. Certain important images appear to be highlighted. You will all lose your +1 in intimidation and gain +1 in... what was it? Investigation.
Nice, wonderful.
Got them voting while they're supposed to be responding, Spirit.
We did it before.
I think now's a good time if you want to
Investigation, yes.
Okay. So I got what?
To
8 seconds?
No. You read
8 messages.
Oh,
There's a chance that there's not even enough, but
Okay.
just go until you.
Or someone like posted like
Poggers,
lol lol lol
poggers,
3
poggers.
times or something. I don't know, but go for
Who
it.
knows?
Win.
Yeah, and you don't have to worry about the first 2 that are asking us for a question.
Yeah.
Those won't count.
Yeah, feel free to read them.
What do the spirits say to you, Killian?
Yes, Killian, you are our favorite.
Aww.
Wow.
Blessed and highly favored.
Faria, you are okay. Are you okay?
Wow,
You're
those are
fine.
really scathing
Like
reviews,
a
guys.
5.
Bogarth, Faria, Nereus, Gertie, and Kill are the hottest boys, gender neutral and around.
So true. So highly favored.
Wow. The spirits think you have beautiful eyes. I don't know if they're talking about me or who, but well, I'm assuming yours. Yours glow.
Well, I don't know. You're the one who's looking them.
They can
Yeah.
see yours the most.
They say we are where there is courage.
Oh.
Insightful.
Well, I thought you were
I
going
get
to
to read them
insight
all
check them.
I thought so
Oh.
too. Yeah.
I don't know about that.
I don't know if there's courage here, actually.
How old is Chad?
They said, also we love Alice, but that's unrelated to the favoritism.
Oh.
And they think that you have a perpetual migraine.
Who?
You.
Me.
No,
Whoa.
very.
Yeah,
Oh, there
I
it
was
is,
like-
right?
One of us.
Well, that's just
I mean,
real.
certainly seems
And
like
that's actually above the table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Knowledge.
the spirits speak in mysterious ways, I suppose.
Very insightful.
They really think I have pretty eyes?
Wow.
Well, if they say
I
it
guess
must
we're
be
all
true.
favored.
Or maybe it's an omen. Make sure nothing happens to your eyes.
Mm.
Oh, God.
Watch out
Alright.
for them.
I don't know. It could be an omen. I haven't done this stuff in like years. I mainly just walk around now.
And just walk around.
I
I suppose it was.
am
ominous.
Yeah.
I am a monk of Delin. I will say, in recent years, due to my older age, I have been sequestered to glorified cleaning duty. I'll say it. It's okay. I got to do the cool things. I got to charge into service and speak the good word, but now I do a lot of cleaning of old temples. But it's great. I get to meet a lot of cool people like you all, who just might happen to be the prophets of this generation, like nothing crazy.
The cleaning is just as important as everything else that you're doing.
That's what I keep telling everyone. But,
Oh, speaking of cleaning, someone did die back there. Did we... Is there anything we could do about that?
that is a good point. I will go gather some volunteers, and we will, I will find where the graveyard is, and we will
I'll help.
Well, I really appreciate it, but you're not looking too well.
It's fine. It's
Perhaps,
fine.
please, let me take this upon myself. Well, you can go with everyone and talk to the Duke. Why don't you, right? You know, talking, not as much heavy lifting as dirt and bodies and...
Well, I needed to do that here anyway. Because we didn't bury the body of Mia. And we need to do that first.
Oh, right.
Isn't it goo or something like that?
Oh yeah, did it turn?
It did not turn into goo.
Okay.
Oh,
different creature, but...
traumatized by bird ball.
Sure.
By bird
For the
ball.
record, I offered to dig the grave, but you told me to do something else.
Oh, we had like shoved the
Because
body.
we needed to find the
Yeah, we
children that
were just trying
living
to find the
first.
kids.
Yeah. So
There's some cleanup duty.
let's go do
all
that,
around.
and then we'll go back into town, and we can all help. I don't necessarily have to physically dig
Those
the grave,
chats.
but I feel that I need to be there.
Well, I don't mean to be alarmist, but you said that you were concerned, or that something about the Duke's daughter, right?
Right, Matilda.
Matilda, yes.
I mean, I certainly haven't seen her since I came into town. Have you all seen her?
Well,
No.
we wouldn't know what to look for, though.
Right. But
Okay, well, if we want to do a little graveyard party, that's what we call it in the Temple of Nelm, the graveyard party.
I
How
love it.
delightful.
Great. So, over the course of the next, hour or two, you can all effectively take a short rest. But you will be, along with... You do actually also find, but with Franz, you find Bert, and Berthan's two sons, Not and Also, will help you with sort of wrapping the body and taking it to the graveyard.
Can we also have gotten Mia and the creature?
But we kind of need to find Mimbo to get in there.
Do we? Can we try to get in?
When you go back to where the tree stump is with the little burrow hole in, the burrow hole just looks like a fox den. There's no way to get through. It's like solid dirt. You even try digging into it, and you just pull out more dirt and more dirt.
You said that we are getting a short rest, though.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we're getting a short rest.
Mimbo, I've seen you around. Where are you?
Roll persuasion.
I just.
I've been wandering around the whole time.
Barry has got a massive migraine.
There's no patience.
Done with everything.
Yeah.
You said persuasion?
Mm-hmm.
15.
15. Okay. So here's what I imagine. I imagine that Bogarth is the one who went in to dig in the burrow.
Yeah,
Just because
probably.
Bogarth's a cat. So Bogarth has somehow managed to fit himself entirely into this little fox den. Varia, you're calling this out basically into the trees. And you see then from behind the stump from where you are, just a slow raise of little bit of gray, two giant orange eyes, and after a couple seconds, you see the bottom of the orange eyes. What do you need?
Can we get in there where we fought that thing? Please.
We're trying to bury Mia. We meant to, but we were trying to make sure that Also and Ayla got home safe, and we just kind of forgot to.
Yeah, I forget things a lot too.
Right.
He snaps.
And he's not a child.
Yeah, and as you go to remove another handful of dirt, you're you end up jamming one of your hands into a rock as the dirt just disappears. Oh, ooh.
What the heck?
How did you do that?
Is everything okay? I cannot look at Michaela.
The sheer
Judging.
Wait, so basically I just hit a wall, is what you're saying? Or
So basically, like, you were going to dig, so you're like going at a specific angle, like into the wall itself, and the wall just disappears, and so your hand just kind of like loosely keeps going and like smacks on a rock.
Oh, okay, I understand.
But we can go through.
Yes, now you can go through.
Oh, okay.
And,
okay.
and
I had
over
a
this
different
process,
understanding.
you can't necessarily get Mia back on this side in one piece.
At least bury as much as we can there.
There's a graveyard, isn't there?
Mhm.
Like an entire.
Yeah.
That's just outside of it. So.
How many
Yeah.
plots is that gonna take out? A giant
Probably
worm
it'll probably
creature.
fit back again almost perfectly. I'd have to dig
Well,
one more.
well, try. So
Oh god.
I'm gonna try to just dig a hole here.
Like
Yeah.
right outside the fort.
Yeah,
That's
like,
what I
be-
was thinking too.
Yeah, you'd be
Okay.
able to do that, like
Yeah.
very
Okay.
reasonably.
Okay. I just know that it was kind of like this tile might not have whatever, so I just wasn't
Yeah.
sure if I was able to. Okay.
Yeah.
We know it has dirt. So
Yeah.
that'll work.
It does have dirt, a lot of dirt.
How deep?
I guess we'll find out.
You don't have to answer that.
So
Ominous,
spirits.
spooky.
How deep?
get it buried and just sort of say a little prayer over, and then we can go back. I just wanted to make
You
sure
make
that
it
this
sound
got done.
so easy and
Yeah.
not time consuming at all.
I know I don't feel good, but I've done this a million times, Bogarth. Come on.
Okay.
Does one of those stars get yelled at by Varia?
I'll clear it out with you when you get tired.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Oh, thank you.
Alice
Here you go.
still. I'm assuming
Just
Alice is still
robot
with
arms?
us.
Yeah, just
Alice is still with you. Alice sits on the other side, though. Alice can't
Oh.
fit through the hole.
That's probably better.
I'll stay with Alice because I don't want them to be. Because
Yeah.
Nereus
Yeah.
is not helping. Nereus is not doing any manual labor.
Yeah.
Right.
Ba-
Guessed.
we'll do this a little quickly here, but basically, while you guys are doing this, Franz and the two Berthen sons are basically like wrapping up and preparing this body to take it to the graveyard, which you have all already been to before.
We're doing the fort, and they're doing the person.
They're bringing them to the woods, so by the time like you get
Okay.
there, they've like already
Gotcha.
like they're most of the way there. In this little interim, Nereus, Alice will ask you like some like questions like, so are you like me or
Well, a little bit. The way I've been explaining it to people, I'm an elf. I'm just an elf. We're blue sometimes.
oh okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, now I feel bad. Can you keep a secret?
I've never really had a secret before.
Would you like one?
I think so.
Yes. Well, all you have to do is promise not to tell anybody. But I trust you. I think you can do that.
Oh, okay. That's a lot of pressure. Okay, yeah.
Well, the thing is I'm not an elf. I'm not from here. From the ocean, actually. We have a little community down there. Not little, it's very large, actually. But we were Tritons, and we're part fish, and we have this lovely little society down there. But I have business up here on land. That's my secret.
That's really cool.
Thank you. Thank you.
Do you have is the queen your queen too?
Well, no, we kind of have our own little thing, and that's part of my business, is I'm seeking out your ruler. That's a long story, actually. We don't have to get into it right now. But it's all separate. It's our own little secluded society, and we're ruled over by somebody completely different.
Wow, that's. I'll try really hard to keep that a secret.
Yes, and, perhaps I shouldn't have been so flippant about it. I trust you, I think. I think you can
I'm
keep
trusted.
it.
That's pretty cool. Anyways, we come to the end of burying everyone. This little like side scene. what is y'all's next step? As you stand now, having left the graveyard, back sort of in the town proper, Franz is with you, Alice is with you.
Well, I mean, assuming that there's plenty of daylight left,
There is.
we should probably start making our way over to
Yep.
the Dukes.
How many hours has it been since our long rest?
Since your long rest? Oh, gee. It's probably like midday now. This was like morning into like
Would you
sort of...
say that 4 hours have passed?
4 hours have definitely passed.
Oh, okay, cool.
That little grave digging session did you real good.
Yeah, I feel much better.
Oh yeah,
I feel much
you
better.
did the grave digging.
I would have helped, yes. I didn't make the motion,
Anyways,
but I was helping.
so if we are all, if
I
the
wouldn't
plan
have
is, we are all going to go
Just, like,
to the
resting.
estate then.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think so, yeah.
Wonderful.
Nereus, you're pretty sly, right?
Pretty.
Pretty.
You're pretty.
Pretty sly.
I would say so, yes.
For a fish guy.
Nice. Yeah. Oh my.
Sorry.
That's great.
That was incredible. I'll pull out the set of manacles that I have.
Oh. Yeah? Okay.
Where
Well,
else is going?
Really
I understand how
having,
this
like,
is
a
looking
thing.
now.
Oh, they're like
Very
fuzzy.
They are pink.
Oh my god. Oh no.
They're made of a pink
they're
alloy.
They're like classic dungeon manacles that would like break your wrist for too long. So,
Oh.
can you put this on the Duke if he tries
This
to run?
on.
I like the
I'm
way-
trying to. You got what to
careful
say.
where you
Stop
pause,
listening to the
lady.
pauses. There was no pause in that sentence.
I suppose I could.
You
do
seem
that.
like you have a little bit of experience in that.
I do. And I put them in my bag.
You guys started this. I'll fucking go with it.
The clips will be. They will be.
I will say this one thing as I go into this description, but this whole time, like, Alice like keeps looking at you and giggling, like. So, as you all ascend this sort of like elevated pathway, it is the thing that immediately sticks out to you is, as opposed to sort of like normal dirt around here, this is like a laid gravel path that leads up to this estate. There is a sort of I don't want to say cobblestone, but sort of like these stacked stones that seem very deliberately placed to create this sort of very homey fence. The entrance to which the gravel like cuts through. You see before you this sort of square house with this big, tall, almost silo-looking like piece of it towards the far side of you, with a chimney on top and smoke coming out. The house itself is this sort of soft cream color, painted, as opposed to every single other building in this town. These like thick reddish logs sort of form these supports on each corner of this house. You see several like glass windows with nice lace curtains that have been drawn. Based on the sheer size, you assume that this house is probably like 60 feet tall. You guess probably at least 2 floors. As you're coming up, you can see that they even have a little like storm cellar tucked off to the side.
Yeah, they do.
As you come up to the doors of the estate itself, you hear something. You hear through one of the windows on the upper floor, you hear a "Ugh!" and then a loud, blood-curdling scream. And with that, everyone, I would like us to go into a brief 15-minute intermission. I hope you're all excited for what comes next and what lies in the Duke's vacation estate. Thank you, specters and spectators. And we will see you in about 15 minutes. Specters and spectators, welcome back to Spirits of the Game. Thank you so much for returning with us, as I want to remind everyone where we were before we took our little brief intermission. Our party of heroes and adventurers had just resolved an issue with the town where the folks had come and were trying to evict, or possibly more, to one of the residents known as Alice. In the sort of challenge of skills as they were going through this house trying to stop this mob of people from getting in, someone may or may not have lit the entire house on fire.
Jack.
It was Jack.
It was definitely Jack. No one else was responsible at all. After having a brief little talk with Alice and Franz about some things in the world, the potential impact of what them being connected with the spirit collar orb would mean, they went and found Mimbo to go and bury Mia and one of the townsfolk who had burned up in the fire in Bertha and Alice's house. They have all elected now to come and go up to the Duke's vacation estate. And as we're all rising up this little path, this little gravel path past this sort of stone wall that surrounds the estate itself, they heard some sort of aggravated sigh followed by a blood-curdling scream from the second floor. And that is where we pick back up. I will remind you, Alice is also with you still.
Okay. But outside of that, it's just us and then Alice. Right?
Yes.
We don't have Franz with us.
Franz has left you to your devices.
Okay. Since we just heard that scream.
Running up to the door.
Yeah.
Yes.
Banging on the door. Is the door unlocked?
Yeah. You pound on the door, and the door opens.
Hello? Who's home?
Is everything all right?
No response.
I'll let myself in.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
What?
I have to
Let's
just
do
go.
Marilyn. Looking inside, you appear to be in. You see in front of you, there are these nicely adorned walls just painted in this lovely sort of soft blue color. To your left appears to be a rack with like several coats and then sets of shoes, several larger pairs, and then just a few smaller, sort of almost brand new pairs of shoes. You assume you are in some sort of mudroom. The walls sort of give way and you can make out what looks to be sort of a small little dining area, and then a large wall with a huge painting on it.
Is there anything else? Did it sound like the scream was coming from the second floor?
Yes, second floor.
Okay, where's the stairs?
Yeah, coming in, you see a specific scene in front of you. You can see this appears to be a sort of more open floor plan style of place. You can see sort of on the far side where the large tower is, the ceilings are vaulted quite high. The tower itself appears to be like totally open, almost all the way up into the top, and there are these huge windows that face the sort of scenery to the north.
I have a question.
Yes.
The scream that we heard, did it sound adult?
Sounded adult.
Okay.
Did it sound
Could have been Mimbo.
feminine or masculine?
Feminine, you would guess.
Okay.
Sort of pushing in here, looking for the stairs. You see across from you, like right behind you basically now, appears to be this smaller like bar and sitting area. There's sort of an outcropping and a door to your left. Across from this dining area appears to be this small little like bookshelf desk setup along with what can only be described as like a child's playhouse, and several toys sort of like strewn around on the floor there. The big tower itself seems to have a sort of pit, for lack of a better term, like a what's that term? Like an 80s couch pit.
Like
yeah.
Like in the
den,
70s.
sort of.
Yeah, like a den,
Lower den.
with like a sitting area and a large fireplace. To your right, there appears to be sort of this like table with lots of these statues of dancers, and then a baby grand piano. You see, then there is a spiral staircase that leads up that has like several of these like small little portrait paintings of different folks. They all appear to be either human or elven, potentially all related.
Do we hear anything else?
Yeah, anything further?
If you listen,
I
roll
would like
perception
to
for me.
listen.
Yeah.
Yes.
Listen. Use your listening ears.
Hey, listen.
Hey, listen.
I'm gonna
This
use
dice is going
my
in the bag.
inspiration.
Oof.
Much better.
I have my
Can the
listening
spirits
ears on.
give you a new dice?
What you gotta do is you gotta roll into your hand to fake it out, and then roll again.
Yeah.
That's what I do when they're
Okay.
misbehaving.
Perception rolls.
20.
13.
Killian?
I'm distracted with the huge painting on the wall.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, for sure.
Really hot elf.
No, it appears to be a painting of like this very like sorry. It appears to be a painting of a wheat field with two what you can assume to be lovers sort of standing under a tree, one twirling the other in their arms.
Oh.
Lovers. 21.
I
21.
thought he said
18.
levers.
Great.
Levers. It's like
Um,
levers.
Listening,
Just some beautiful.
you the only thing that you hear very faintly, Varia and Gertie, you would be the only ones to hear this. You think you might hear like droplets of water.
Oh.
Okay,
Uh-oh.
we're coming up, and I am going for the stairs.
Yep.
Yes, let's
I'll
go.
follow. Yeah.
I guess I'll take the rear and be like, wait, what's happening?
Yeah, so storming up the stairs.
I'm gonna also have my rapiers unsheathed.
I
at
have
this
those.
point.
Yeah. I have those manacles ready.
Yeah. So storming up the stairs, it's kind of tricky. Like you're doing like one of those curve things because it's like a very like heavily spiraled staircase. You come up. There appears to be this this hallway. I believe it's. I'm gonna cheat. In front of you is a doorway.
Ooh.
Oh no! I'm gonna double cheat.
Ooh.
Oh! Look away! No one look.
No.
La 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 la. I can't see.
La la la.
You see across from you is a doorway, and then to your left the hallway continues. Yeah, there appear to be 3 more doorways. There's like this sitting area in front of a window.
Hello?
There is no response.
Can we tell where the dripping is coming from?
No, it was a very, very faint sound. It's not very direct.
Could we figure out from where we came in the door, like outside, which window it would have been coming from, and try to figure out which door it would have been based on that? Or at least in the general vicinity?
Yeah, so based on where it was coming from, the scream sounded like it was coming from like right above the door. So you would figure based on the layout of the house, it would probably be the room like furthest down the hall.
Can I try and stealth my way over and try and open the door?
Yeah.
Where do you think it's coming from? Nat 20.
Oh!
Nat 20.
So what is that, a 410 for rogue? Right?
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
stealth, you're just sneaking right now? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Nereus, as everyone's continuing to barrel, you potentially stick out your arm to stop everyone and tuck and roll. Mission Impossible music plays. As you go down to the far doorway, you open the door and look inside. You just like crack it just a little bit, just so you're not. Oh my goodness!
Oh no.
Yeah, it's down. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Sorry, everybody. It fell down. All right. Anyways, so now that we're all hunky dory, I hope.
Is everyone's ears okay?
Sorry to touch and rattle your ears. So Nereus, as you crack open the door now, peeking through, you see. You can only see like part of the room by peeking through the doorway. You see a woman. She appears to be of sort of an average height, a more slender build. She has this sort of like mousy brown hair that's been sort of done up in these big, large braids. She appears to be reclining on... What was that?
She has a beer in hand.
She's throwing back a cold one. Ayo! She just shotgunned it. That's why she was screaming.
Anyway.
No. Sorry, I couldn't resist. As she's reclined there, at first it looks like she's staring like straight at the door, and you're startled. But her eyes appear glossy and glazed over. As you open it a little bit more, you see that there is a metal implement sticking out of her chest. She is laying there. The blood is pouring down her arm. Drip, drip, drip. If her dress wasn't stained with red, it would be this lovely little white and green summer ensemble. Her opposite hand lays open. A small pile of cloth is on the floor next to it. As you begin opening the door more, the closet door shuts.
Ooh.
Not the door you're opening, but the door across from you to the closet.
I'm gonna go. Oh, okay. I want to do so many things.
Well, and the rest of us are also waiting.
Okay.
Back in the wings as Nereus is like just
I'm gonna...
giving a full monologue with their face.
Literally, I'm getting 7 stages of grief right there.
It's not good, guys.
I'm gonna turn around.
There's a crunch of popcorn and the of a beer.
It was a party. It's not a party. Was it good? It's not good.
I'm gonna turn around, kind of poke my head back into the hallway and be like, be quiet. Obviously, but there's something you might need to see. I'm gonna motion for everybody to come join me in the room. And while they come join me, I want to take a look at the cloth that was in her hand or fell out of her hand or whatever that is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you need us to roll stealth at all? Or?
Yeah, I'll have everyone roll stealth. Okay. This is a great time for everyone to roll stealth.
I would also, as soon as I see it, probably love to come up and try to
I'm using the inspiration.
heal at some point.
It's
worse!
There's no way! What the heck, man?
The 2!
That's
Okay.
insane, man.
Alright, I whip out a torch.
You lost fire privileges.
If you can't beat them, torch the place.
More.
All right, can I get our stealth rolls? Lovely Bogart.
That is 19.
19?
I got 15, but as soon as I see the state of the woman, I would love to, like, run over and start healing. So I don't know when.
Let's get over that.
No, I know. When I do, I just would like to make
17.
it known.
17?
Yeah.
15.
There's a chance Killian
4.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I need to lay out the scene for you all. You all like slowly make your way over. As you open the door, inside you see there is this large sort of master bed. It has poles on each of the corners and these lovely like dark blue curtains that are a lovely sort of pairing with the light blue paint on the walls. To your right appears to be this mirror, a little vanity, with a variety of little implements that appears to be like perfumes, some lipstick, and a small like leather-bound book. To your left is this lovely sort of periwinkle chair, this recliner, very well made, which sitting in it is the aforementioned woman with the blade sticking out of her chest. Directly next to that chair is a door that's sort of slender, so you assume it's probably for a closet. Directly across from that chair is the large window from which you heard the scream earlier.
How long has it been since we heard the scream at this point?
Like several minutes.
Oof.
And does she look?
Yeah, can
She's
I try?
dead.
She dead.
She's dead.
You
like
could
Varia,
try.
you.
I would love to try. At least spare the dying.
Yeah, you go for it, like hand immediately on her, and there's just nothing left there.
Although you can do it from a distance, right?
Mm-hmm. I mean, as soon as I
Because,
saw it, I would have done
Are
it.
we all going in? Or-
That was my impression.
Yeah.
Can
Okay.
I assist by like clear?
Well,
Varia, you get a little bit
are
of
you?
a static shock in your hand. Yeah, I will say right now, folks, the light from her eyes is gone.
Okay.
She's gone.
Nereus,
Yes.
you got here first. Did you happen to see anything else?
And I think back a little bit. Well,
30 seconds
30
ago.
seconds ago.
Right. Yes.
Goldfish brain?
Yeah.
Possibly.
What?
Yet to be
The sky is
studied.
blue.
My goodness. Okay, I'm being attacked by my journal. Well, when I entered, I obviously saw the woman. But the closet, I assume it's a closet, the door shut very quickly when I entered, so
Oh, really?
I don't think it's a draft. I think somebody might either be in there or... I don't know.
Alright, I'll walk over and try to yank it open or push it. It would be opening towards us, right?
Yep. This is a great time. Everyone's gonna roll for initiative.
Here we go. Okay. Let's go.
Who'd you roll?
I'll take it now, I guess. But...
Wait.
We rolled the same thing. What's your initiative?
Yeah, I will say Alice is hesitantly outside of the room.
Oh crap! Yeah, wait. Would we have told Alice to just? We didn't tell Alice a thing.
Alice has just been accompanying you, following your lead.
Oh, we're really screwing this up today. Oh, no.
Probably best
Traumatizing
that
this
she
poor
doesn't
girl.
see what, or they don't see what's in the chair.
Wonderful. So,
I wouldn't have
Killian,
said anything, I just
as you
immediately ran
throw
into help.
open the door,
Seems
two
fine.
empty sockets stare back at you, as there is a skeleton.
In the closet.
Skeleton.
closet.
Not so long.
Multiple skeletons.
Yes.
But-
As everything sort of unfolds quickly from there, you see there's this skeleton here. It holds a dagger. Directly to its right is another skeleton going through a set of drawers.
God,
Also
no.
holding a knife.
No. Oh.
And let's see. Killian is the one opening the door.
I mean, I would have been probably next to the
I would have
next to
loved.
the lady too.
Yeah, I was over investigating.
I would have gone straight for the closet too, so I would imagine that Bogorth is pretty close.
Would have been one of those like I'm opening the door for you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
everyone's packed in. Like,
Yeah.
Gertie, do you have a preference?
Yeah, I mean, I'm obviously behind everyone, but...
I mean, if you want to try to butt in,
Oh, yeah, definitely. Oh, like, yeah.
like we could sort of. Everyone's a little like
It
packed
also
in
looks
there,
bad.
but like sardines. Then we're gonna have. Where
Me and
is-
Nereus are reasonably sized. We'll
Alice
fit.
is just sort of hanging out. Can I get an initiative roll from 20 and above?
20.
21.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
the
let's go.
first time this has happened. You all have been rolling so bad for
Yeah.
initiative.
Yep. Hey, a good roll.
Yeah. I was like, I'll
Alright.
take it now, but
Alien, all
Maybe
right.
you already got all your bad rolls up. You know?
15 to 20.
19.
18.
Nice.
wow.
I know.
Gertie, don't screw this up.
Gertie was a little shocked at what she saw. Gertie
Gertie is rattled.
You spent
Yeah.
all your
Um,
patience earlier in the day.
Gertie, what did you
That's a
roll?
9 for Gertie.
Gertie's
Could be
gonna-
worse. Could be worse.
Perfect. And down. Wonderful. Hopefully, if I can lay this out right, we got. Perfect. Bada bing, bada boom. Then we have.
You gotta come down a little bit more and see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Then we got. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
There we go.
I should have rotated. That's okay. Because that's just awesome. But that's okay.
Alright, that's all right. Bada bing, bada bam, bada boom.
I like it. Picasso.
Wonderful,
I'm
wonderful.
gonna break the fourth wall
So,
here.
because Bogart through the first act, you see this scene. You can go ahead and what would you like to do on your turn?
Oh, well, hold on. Let me break the fourth wall real quick.
Mhm.
Hey Jim, can you unlock the battle cam and just grab the top of it and spin it 180 so that it lines up?
You're not supposed to see this. Cover your ears.
What do you mean battle cam?
Serious magic.
Bogart, are you okay?
Just make it do, or you could even just right click on it and just flip it horizontal.
It's one
I
of the
think.
spirits.
Yeah.
The mighty Jim.
The might. Some worship Nellen, other worship Jim.
Shout out my dad. Miss that
Hey,
guy.
no, we love gyms here.
Yeah.
This is a pro gym.
It's okay if you can't get it for right now, Jim. It's also okay.
All right. Well, while he's doing that, Bogarth, what are you doing? Yes, you are up. You are acting. It is chaos.
Great.
Almost so close.
Well, this is a really bad time to go first. Okay, so from where I'm at, what would I see?
You see Killian open the door, and you see a walking set of bones.
I'm gonna assume that Bogarth was kind of just like waiting to pounce the moment you open it, and the moment I see something bad. So I'm gonna leap over and go straight for a double strike on
Let's go.
1.
Yeah, go ahead and bada bing, bada ba. Jump
But
in
I'm
front.
but I'm going to position myself to give room for
So it would have been like.
Pounce into the corner and diagonal. Or
one further. Yeah, I think I'll just
Into
kind
the
of like
corner?
I'll do a double strike and I'll kind of get
yeah,
around.
rotate around next time.
Mechanically speaking. Okay.
What are the things, the little fuzzies on the wall?
Oh, those are clothes. Sorry.
Okay.
That is a 14 to hit for the first.
I believe that hits. Yep, that hits.
Okay, and hold on. This is I haven't gone before an enemy yet. I have some special bugbear stuff I can do.
Bugbear.
This is the first time.
Crap.
that's
Where is it?
crazy.
Is it a bear?
No.
It is neither bug nor
It's a-
bear.
Okay, so
that one.
let me
Thank
roll.
you.
So that is currently that is 8 points of piercing plus. Okay, that is 13 points of piercing
Wonderful.
to begin with, and then my second.
Well, I'm gonna stop you right there, friendo. As 13 points of piercing, you just like go straight through the skull and dismantle the whole thing.
Awesome. Would you say I have enough movement to get to 2? Can I at least get within 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get within. Yeah, you can get within 10 if you go right there.
Great, because bugbear things, I have 5 feet of extra reach when I'm attacking on my turn.
Does he have jelly arms or his arms just really long? Who knows?
You already know the answer.
It's both. I'm gonna roll an attack. That is a 17 to hit,
That will in fact
and
hit.
that is that is 9 plus. That is
17 points of damage.
All right, we are out of combat.
Josh!
That was just a
bugbear
perfect
things.
combo.
I do an extra 2d6 to any
Just because you
creature that
rolled
hasn't
well.
taken a turn in combat.
Well,
Bogart.
Boosh! Boosh!
Yeah.
Okay. It's
And
safe.
you are all.
Everything's good now, everyone.
Good job.
It's just a bunch of skeletons
in the closet.
in the closet.
I'm gonna go grab Alice from the hallway and bring them in. And be like, don't, cover your eyes, don't look at whatever's in the
you're
chair.
reaching like very far up.
Yeah.
like-
Yeah.
all the way up to maybe.
Oh, I ran into something.
Oh, I take their hand.
Yeah.
Come this way.
Yeah, you help Allison. So Bogarth stands the the 2 bone bits around you.
I would like to actually kind of come out into view of everyone, and I've got the 2 skulls Just on one rapier, and I'm just kind of twirling him. I'm
Like
like,
a
don't
kebab?
worry, everyone. I've got it taken care of, and they're just rapier, and then I'll dump them on the ground.
Well. Okay.
Problem solved. We can go home, maybe. Wait, no, we haven't found the kids yet.
There is one more thing that we do need to do. So. For the Duke. Yeah.
I would like to investigate the piles of bones.
Yeah, roll investigation.
I'd like to investigate the closet.
Roll
to
investigation.
See if there's any other. We still have the +1 investigation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's a good time to investigate,
do it.
guys.
I'll investigate
Wow, that's a-
whatever that
that's a
piece
plus
of cloth
6 for
was
me.
in the
Oh yeah.
Oh,
You'll be investigate.
I do.
which I never rolled for.
Yeah, go ahead and roll. Sorry. You're good. We got caught up in the skeletons
Yeah.
in the closet. All right.
22 for investigation.
Great.
Let's go.
I got a 16. Investigation.
Okay, we're going to start with our lovely, lovely friend, Killian. So, Killian, inspecting these bones, the thing that immediately strikes you about them is they are A, too clean, and B, still too bright. It's almost as if all the flesh that was on these bones was magically just removed. Typically, bones get more brittle over time. They still have an almost like living feeling to them.
Write that in my notes.
Yeah. There's nothing, sans like the two small knives that look like kitchen knives that each of them have. Nothing particularly like jumps out to you that's unusual about them. They both look humanoid. Yes. Varia, investigating the closet.
Like hidden doors behind all the clothes. Like, are there more? Are there more coming?
So, going through the, what you see basically is the closet appears to be very distinctly divided in half in terms of the clothes. There appears to be one much more like dresses and bustles, those sorts of like more feminine attire. Definitely very nice quality. You see like some fabrics which are like...
I wouldn't take any.
On the men's side, it's definitely more of like large collars, tailcoats, those sorts of things. There's a couple of like sets of shoes like hung up on this little shelf, along with like this small mirror. The sort of set of drawers are this chest of drawers or dresser.
This is still in the closet?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's in the back.
Gotcha.
You open one of the drawers, and there appears to be this very intricately drawn or like carved in circle into one of these drawers. You open another. There's another one of these circles. You open another, and immediately there's another circle, and it lights up as the pile of bones that's in there begins to animate.
Can I turn undead?
Yeah.
Okay. I would love to do that.
Seems like a good time.
And just immediately like
Oh!
What?
I thought you were saying you are just going to become undead. I was like, that's a thing you can do? What?
No wonder she was
How
feeling
was
so
that
sick.
helpful? Yeah.
Very cool.
no.
You look deathly ill. Undeathly.
No. Yeah, so use my channel divinity.
the
turn
divine
undead.
one, not the vampire one.
Yes.
Oh.
Just immediately and like, no, this is not about to happen.
Yeah. So all of the drawers that are here, you have to like jump back very quickly, but basically all the drawers explode. As like more bits of bones fly out.
Jeez. I thought I had skeletons in my closet.
All right.
Can you even see?
All saw
Except for there is one drawer at the very bottom, like this sort of larger drawer at the very, very bottom that does not explode.
Wait, does it open?
It doesn't open, but if you try to open it, it will. Sorry.
Okay.
Like, it doesn't magically open. What are you talking about? Yeah. Opening it, looking inside, you see a variety of different like pieces of paper with like small scrawlings on them. Some of them appear to be like small pieces of cloth, like napkins. Briefly reading over them, the collected idea is these almost seem like the ravings of a madman. It's all like, I figured it out. It's all a lie. I know where they are. I know what I can do. I know what I have to do now. It's in even some scrawlings that... What languages does everyone speak?
A ton of them.
Yeah.
I know, that's why I need to double check, because I know you guys actually know languages.
Common, Elven, Sylvan, Goblin.
Common,
Jeez.
Dwarvish, Sylvan, Celestial.
Common, and 2 other ones that I was intending to pick before.
Well, get back to me when you decide.
Common and primordial.
Just common and goblin.
Okay. None of you recognize the scrawling in this and what you assume to be this language, but it is very distinct to the rest of it. And you're like, it's something that none of you have ever really seen before. That's what's in the drawers.
Can I try to, like, draw the symbol? Like, does the circular symbol... I know it's kind of exploded, but, like, can I try to copy that down? Have I seen that anywhere else?
You haven't... You can definitely, like, try to, like, write it in, like, a notebook to your best of your ability. It's not...
I'm also doing that.
What?
I'm also doing that.
Yeah. You guys absolutely can.
While this is happening, Bogarth probably would have tried to see if he could find, like, some sort of journal or diary for the woman.
Yeah.
Speaking of Bogarth, as you're searching around, you notice a shimmer accompanied with a tingle fly up your markings and a small glow. You are granted 1 inspiration by the spirits.
Wow.
For
Yeah,
your
Bogarth, you feel
quick
a
work.
familiar low hum and warmth in your chest that you now associate with the spirit collar orb. Looking for the journal, you turn, you look on the vanity, and there's a leather-bound book.
Hey!
Great!
On the vanity.
I'll open it and try to read it.
Wonderful. The one thing I will say is, Killian, there are certain pieces of this sort of circular rune that are somewhat familiar to you. Some of the bits in it are written in Celestial, and just in your experience, if you had to gander a guess, this is probably some sort of necromancy.
Ooh. Wow.
Do you know what this is?
Yeah, somebody's messing with some dark forces, summoning things from death.
Cool.
Just so annoyed.
Great.
Awesome.
I would love to continue looking out around. Yeah, like walk around Alice. Be like, I'm sorry, Alice. This really sucks.
Oh, that's okay.
And just continue looking around this floor try to get in the other rooms. Are there more skeletons? Like, is there anybody else that needs helping?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. I was like, what?
To the other rooms.
Yeah. So going to the other rooms, across the way appears to be a small sort of like washroom. The adjacent to this room appears to be what you could only assume to be a guest bedroom, and there appears to be a child's room that is very pristine.
Okay.
The thing that strikes you, there's like a chest of toys in it, all of which look brand new. There appears to be another closet in her room.
Mm-hmm.
And when you open the door, there's very few clothes in here. Looking around, something you also notice, just all of you, now that you're sort of moving around, you see that there's a variety of glasses that have been left about. They look like wine glasses. Nereus, finally coming back to your investigation check that you did so long ago. No, I just got so caught up in things. The cloth that she was holding, upon further inspection, appears to be a bag of sorts.
Okay.
In it, you see that there's a little bit of makeup. You see there is a bottle of wine.
Big bag.
Tote. A little tote bag. And looking deeper into the bag. What else
Really
is in here? In addition, you also find a small key.
Interesting. Okay. I'm gonna take the full bag. I'll take the full bag. I'm gonna use that wine later, definitely.
Nice little tote bag.
I was reading. Where were you searching?
That I was just searching around the dead body. She was holding a bag.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Hey,
I looked everywhere
could I do some sort of like history rolls to see if I know? Is it the port of Pockbell?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what it is? As well as Carrick?
Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
two
Go ahead and
locations.
roll history.
Additionally, I'm going to walk up to Alice and pull out my hammer that I have and my knife. You can look, Alice. It's fine. It may get kind of dangerous. I don't want you to fight unless you have to, but here are some weapons if you do.
You hand them what specifically?
It's a light hammer and a dagger.
Great. Okay.
Alice.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm 17.
Okay.
Oh.
I could not tell if Alice was like
10.
6.
All right, Alice.
I was like,
Yeah.
You and me are
we
from
should
mine.
really,
Never mind.
really think carefully about this shit.
Are we handing a child weapon? No,
Yeah.
no. Teenager. Don't worry. It's only kind of bad.
Is
Yeah.
Alice older
I rolled
than
a-
you?
I rolled a
Teenager
12.
with weapons. Okay.
But not that much younger.
Yeah.
All right, Alice, you can handle yourself. Here's some weapons.
Okay.
You're doing good.
I rolled a 12 for history.
Okay.
So for the port and Carrick.
You do not know anything about the port. You can't recall anything about that.
Shoot.
You know that Carrick is specifically referred to in a lot of sort of older folk tales. It's a large sort of like flat area. It's a region basically, with some interspersing between yourselves. You would all be able to, specifically like Killian and Varia, you would be able to point out that Carrick actually is in fact a region in Syl. It's the region that's on the, I need to think of the map in my head, on the east side of the river. It's usually used to refer to the city that's on that side of the river.
Okay.
It's also, Varia, you would know also that his nickname is the Corner of Dust. Because of it's a large sort of like plain area, so there's lots of like dust that gets kicked up. And it's basically in the very corner of Oros.
Edge of the Dust Bowl.
And I'll just say to the party, okay, I guess I'm assuming that the Duke's name is Jotef? Jotef. Yeah, I guess the Duke, just like adopted a girl out of the blue is what's in this note.
And then lost her.
Even though he's never really liked children. So,
Not
based on what we know about this whole situation,
I think he found himself a subject.
subject. Yeah. So, yeah, there's also someone named Seneca. I don't know.
Well, that's good to know. We'll jot that down for later.
Yeah.
So, some of the other papers that we had talked about him using the basement.
Right. We didn't see anything.
If there was this stuff upstairs,
Yes, there was a storm cellar. When we were walking up, we saw that entrance.
Right.
perhaps we should clear that out, since
Perhaps.
I assume these skeletons are not the last we're going to find on our way to find this guy.
Far from it.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
And I'll admit, I want to see more of them in action.
They were easy to dispatch, so I know you can handle it.
That's true.
How
They
did
were very easy.
You know, yeah.
handled like a gentleman. Very well done.
The true
But-
gentleman.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. Let's go find some more.
Okay, what are you guys doing?
To this
Going to find more skeletons.
So yeah, I'll probably walk down to the
cellar.
Storm
cellar
cellar,
outside.
yeah.
I've looked everywhere up here. There's nothing. The kids' room, which I would have said after you relayed that to us. The toys are brand new. They've never been played with. There are very few clothes. I think we
Sounds
should
like
go
maybe
in
a
the
cover-up.
cellar. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Wonderful. Yeah, you're
go.
able to make your way back through the house itself, back to the main floor, and out the doors. And you go around the, what are we looking here? Go around the east side of the building to this storm cellar. When you go to open it, you realize that there's a chain around it with a lock.
When we were going through the main part of the bottom, like the ground floor, or not the ground floor, the first floor, was one of the lovers in the painting the same lady that we saw die?
I keep thinking that everyone's saying lever. And I'm
They're
like, where are these
painted in
levers?
such a way that it's like they're not like right up in like your face. They're like off in the background, but the hair color definitely seems to be a match with one of them.
oh, I'm sorry. I did want to ask one thing. So those skeletons, they did have daggers, right?
Mhm.
And those daggers looked like the dagger that was in the woman.
Yes, so all
Yes,
of those
okay.
looked like kitchen knives.
Okay, that the skeletons were holding.
Mhm.
And same thing with what was okay. Wait, Varia. Should we? Maybe now's not the time, but we need to bury her too, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Always.
This is grim work that you do.
Welcome to my world.
Well, death will come for us all at some point. So
Okay, I would.
That's kind of
just to go back.
Very profound for a teenager.
Very, very
no, I
true.
would have just left her. I think unless you told me to bring her down, I would have just left her. Okay, cool. All right.
Side eye.
Take care of things first.
bombastic side.
Yes. Okay, great.
Wonderful. So yes, you come to the storm cellar. There's a lock with the chain.
Okay. Oh wait! And I pull out the bag again, and I whatever. I go through the bag.
Wine bottle.
Don't worry about the wine bottle. And
It's already done.
I already finished it. I pull out the key and I try it in the lock.
Yeah, you're able to unlock it.
Ooh, baby. Okay.
I love it when a plan just comes together.
Are the storm cellar doors heavy? Do I need help?
It definitely helped. Like they're just big. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Oh, could I have some assistance?
Yeah,
Are
I'll
we
help
trying
you.
to be stealthy about
Ooh.
it?
I think so. Let's be stealthy.
Yeah.
Stealthy.
The doors. The storm cellar.
Yeah.
Now you can be. Would you like to roll stealth?
Go.
Okay.
Is that all of us or just?
Well,
nice
if I'm
head
helping
start.
open it, I can try and be stealthy helping.
Yeah, I'll use my actual arm, not the.
Clink, clink.
Yeah.
Should we all roll?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you need to adjust something in that? It's really loud.
It used to be louder.
I don't know how much help
Good job then.
Courteous is not acceptable.
As you're all preparing to delve into this cellar, you notice the highlights of all of the objects around you seem to fade as more of a knowledge of ancients is blessed into your minds. Lose your insight and gain a bonus to history.
Was it insight or investigation?
It was
Investigation.
Okay. Just making
The
sure.
Spirit Master
So we
knows
don't
all.
lose the
He was not
investigation
wrong.
bonus.
It merely changed without us knowing.
So
It
it's
wasn't
history.
wrong. Yeah, it's history.
Okay.
History, yes.
Thank
Wonderful.
you.
Yes. So
Stealth.
yeah, stealth rolls. Yes, that's where we were.
Sorry.
Oh, 15.
15.
17.
Nearest.
16.
16. I thought you said 6. I was like, whoa!
6!
7.
There it is.
No.
15.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
He's like,
No,
what's down
no.
there?
Hello?
Whistles
Gertie's practicing whistling.
real loud.
But real good.
Do you have like cowboy spurs? Like
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Oh, she's
Got
got
those
spurs that
spurs.
jingle jingle.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You all begin descending the stairs into the cellar. It is very dark down here. There does not appear to be any light. So, for those of you who don't have dark vision,
Yeah, why are you
Is it
looking over
torch
here?
time? Or
I think it's torch time.
Yeah.
No. It's never torch time for you.
Why? What happened
to stop
torch?
bursting.
Why didn't we take this away from him?
Okay.
You probably still see like singed fur, to be honest. So.
Alright,
It smells
fair.
like
I'm
burnt
sure it's
wasn't
great,
me. That was
It just makes me nervous.
okay.
I mean,
What do we see? I'm sorry.
The rest of you,
well, you don't see nothing.
Yeah, you don't see shit.
for those of you who have dark vision, what you're able to make out is there appear to be along each of these 3 walls, there'd be these wooden crafted racks that most of which I'd say probably about like 5/8 of which, like the space on them, is occupied. They each hold a bottle of wine.
Hey.
The 2 racks on either side of the walls on like the west and the east wall, they specifically have like the wine taken from them. The one directly in front of you doesn't appear to have any wine missing from it.
Can I investigate to see if there's any like wine bottles this is dumb. Any wine bottles that like stick out? I'm like, that's not right.
I'll have my arm on Bogarth as we're walking. What is it? What do you guys see?
Wouldn't you like to? No, I'm just kidding.
Anyways,
That is
Literally.
16.
16. Yeah, so Nearest, what sticks out to you specifically is that the rack that is directly across from you, it sticks out from the wall more than the other 2 racks. You would even guess it looks like it might even be made of like a different sort of wood.
Uh-huh.
Nice rack.
Could I also can I roll history? Like, is this the labels on the wine? Is it anything like noteworthy or?
Yeah, go ahead and roll history. See if you're a wine expert or not.
Yeah. Well,
See what varietals you know.
seems like the spirits are helping. So,
Giving
history.
you knowledge of wine.
like a cabernet.
It's 9.
9.
White.
Pinot Grigio.
So it's not necessarily that a particular label sticks out. Varia, you would know that it's very common for different like temples and things to brew or ferment different beverages to sort of assist in their living and their lifestyle. What's very interesting is you see that like there's a lot of variety here. Very commonly, for most folks, you'll have like, your one thing that you get because that's all that's available in the region you're in. Whoever owned this collection of wine definitely had the ability to have access to a lot of different places or ordering a lot of different kinds of wine. Many varietals of the white and red variety.
Gertie, are you okay?
I think so. I mean, is there a light around here?
I could make one.
No.
But it's kind of hard to see.
Do you know?
Wait.
I'm like,
Wait, no.
gonna-
Hold on.
Alex,
And then-
No, I can see, but like I understand what they're saying. I am aware. I'm aware Alice has dark vision. I know this.
Right, of course.
Alice
sorry,
is just a
DM.
nice
yes,
person
sorry,
They're just
DM.
considerate.
for her new friends, okay?
Can I?
Yes, my DM.
Like,
Sorry, DM.
Oh, DM, my DM.
I wanna,
Oh my, a magical sword shoots out of the wall and stabs you in the heart.
Varia, can you carry around that lantern? I'm like, can you turn on some kind of light? It's so dark in here, I can't see anything.
You know, I can actually.
Okay.
I do have oil.
Yeah, the lantern
So,
seems like a
yeah.
good option in this scenario.
I think I don't remember exactly. I don't have the document on me, but I think I like bought it and called it like a whichever lantern type that I could that like you can cover it like a hooded lantern.
Yeah, hooded
I think.
lantern.
Yeah, so I
like
technically
Hooded
have a
goes
hooded lantern. So I don't know how much. I have 5 pints of oil for
Yeah,
this
you can
stupid
light her
thing.
up.
So
Yeah, go ahead.
Also,
Yeah.
Light her up.
plenty of oil if you need it.
word. How much?
Let her rip.
How much would it take so I can cross it off my?
It depends on how long it's gonna run for. So we'll put a pin in that and come back to it
Cool.
based on how long you let it run.
I will put a star.
Also, because I don't really want to do the math for like pints right now.
Sure. Cool. It's going.
Thanks.
I know I'm lazy. I don't want to do that conversion right off the top of my head. Yeah, so you're able to illuminate. The hooded lantern like is a directional thing.
Yeah. Like a horror movie. It'll be great.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, what's behind this gate? Anyways, keep.
Wait, does that
Exactly.
happen? Oh God!
Oh no!
No, I was just having too much fun.
Nereus, have you found anything?
There, out of all the wrecks that are here, there seems to be one that's a little bit further away from the wall. Maybe he's just bad at organizing. I think it's worth looking into.
Let's check it out.
Yeah, let's check it out. I'm gonna check it out.
What are you?
What are you doing?
Are you grabbing wine?
Let me just tell you. Let me just tell you what happens.
Okay, what's the drinking age here in Albany?
12.
9.
I hope.
I mean, is there a legally established drinking age? No.
Oh.
Legally speaking, I am an adult.
I can make my own
American
choices,
terms.
Mom. Mom, I can make my own choices.
Yeah, but
I don't
it's
care.
21.
Old enough to go off to war. Old enough to drink wine.
I got my high on.
Anyway.
Anyways, sort of inspecting this rack, like just physically, like hands all over it. All of the wine bottles do not budge from the rack. They appear to be like almost like glued in.
Interesting.
If you try all of them,
Yes.
you will find one specifically in the bottom left moves, and the wall.
Classic.
Nice.
Let's go.
Using your hooded lantern, you see in there appears to be a dark and dimly, now it's lit, but a not lit previously pathway. Stone tiles. The tiles that go on this pathway appear to just immediately upon inspection appear to be so much newer than the sort of like concrete that was laid for this little cellar here. You see there appears to be a sort of hastily put up wooden door directly across from you as the passage also kind of curves to the left.
I think you know what I'm gonna do, and I'll put an alarm down.
Great. Want to make sure no one leaves. Got it. Heard.
Seems kind of sketchy, this hallway. You should throw a rock or something on the...
Alright.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah, you should
Seems good to
How
me.
far is it from here to the door?
15 feet, I think.
Okay. I mean, I can head in and see if I can hear anything on the other side of this door.
Right behind you. Yeah.
Cool. All right, I'll
Yeah.
cover the hood, and since I can kind of see down, I'll just go up and try to put my ear. See if I can
To the
hear
door?
anything. Mhm.
Yeah, roll perception for me.
I'm bringing up the rear because it takes a minute for me to do the alarm, so
Yeah, that makes sense.
we'll be with everybody.
I'll be
with,
right
with
behind you.
Alice.
Perception is. God, I can't see it. 12.
12? Yeah, so listening to the door, you don't hear anything out of that ear. However, trying to pay attention to sounds, you do hear from coming down the hallway a sort of muffled
Coming from.
down this passage.
Killian, close the door behind us.
What? What'd you say?
What did you say? Don't let me into this.
I'm not.
Wait, so I thought
What?
it was just tiles that went down to a door.
So, sorry. Across from you, there's a door. The passage continues and curves to the left beyond this door.
I see. Okay. There's people down there.
Well,
Should we keep going? Yeah, I think I can leave the lantern off. I'll keep going very slowly.
Sneaking. What the hell?
Very, very slowly, very quietly.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
relax. Just follow closely behind. You'll be okay. Yes, that's fine for now. And we go.
Like shrinks down to the size of a cat.
We do it.
Wonderful. Yes. As you continue down the passage, there is another little door on your right before you begin to see light coming through this little passage.
Are we close enough that we can make out what they're saying?
Whisper, whisper,
Yes.
What?
We're not there yet, but give me 10 seconds to get this prepped for us. Don't time me.
Gotta pull.
Yeah, where's those
pull a
timers
little
you
bit
got?
that way.
Flip them over.
We should pull it just a smidge back if we can. It's not a huge deal if we can, but
It's a huge deal, actually.
oh well,
Close enough.
you said it, not me.
Wonderful. So, what you can sort of see into this large room, again, these stone tiles sort of continue. You see a gentleman. He is like fully bald on top. He has very neatly groomed the sort of like surrounding sort of monk cut that he's got going. He wears a sort of dark navy tailcoat with a large, big, poofy like ascot of white. You see his sleeves are rolled up. His hands look slightly stained with red. On the ground in front of him, he appears to be pacing about and moving around these different objects in this room. What you can glean from what you can see sort of around this corner without getting into the direct line of light. He appears to have like several oil lanterns around lit. He appears to be using chalk to draw something onto the floor.
Well, hopscotch.
At different points in this object he's drawing on the floor, you see different arms.
It's him.
Hands holding several different shiny gem-like objects. You'd gauge there's probably about 6 of them.
And they're like real hands.
They look a little grayed with rigor mortis.
It's a little stinky in here.
No, it's a little smelly.
Smells like a certain chemical.
That's not fentanyl.
Formaldehyde. Yep, it certainly does.
I would like to load my longbow, in anticipation of all the spooky shit that's happening in there.
I'm so tempted.
Click, click,
Not yet. I'll
If you can do it quietly.
I'll put a hand on you and be like, just 1 second. And I would love to use Eyes of the Grave, so just kind of close my eyes and just feel if there's any undead within 60 feet of us at the front of this passage. But I think I would be in front.
Yeah, Varia should
Yeah.
certainly be leading the charge, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
And I would like to have, if I had
Oh, yeah,
space to move behind Bogarth because I have my hand on his
Yeah.
shoulders.
We'll
And if you
get
were
there in a
bringing up
second.
the
I'm
I'll
like
be
literally
there.
just mapping out the spacing here.
Yeah, you're good.
I'm gonna bend the rules of this spell a little bit.
I'll take it.
You'd
The
say
benefits.
probably like directly 60 feet in front of you, there is an undead creature.
Yeah, that makes
Directly 60 feet in front of me? Does it feel like it's him?
No, 60 feet.
60 feet.
So it'd be beyond him.
Beyond him. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting.
Perhaps.
Death is far beyond it.
You all hear him sort of speaking to himself as he's going. You can see there are several like nicks along his arms.
I'm sorry. Just for honesty's sake, it would be isn't behind total cover and isn't protected from divination magic.
Yep, it's not.
Cool. All right.
There appears to be another small room beyond where he is. You hear him sort of like rambling to himself of, I cannot believe I didn't see it before. They're all just getting in my way. I just need to figure out what the missing piece is.
We need to stop
needs to
him.
be just right.
Yeah.
Well, are we going in?
Watch out. Is there like an open passage?
Like I can duck a little.
Open passage.
Like we're like in the line of sight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could we position ourselves to... So when you make the shot, those of us that are more comfortable being in front, we can...
Yeah.
Run
Yeah.
I think there's enough room here. Based on my calculations, this tunnel is about 10 feet wide.
Should we go to the? Should we
be
go to the
plenty
cam?
of room.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can at this point. If we want to switch the combat cam, what were we saying? Someone wanted to be in front of someone who wanted to be in front of who? Blah, 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 blah.
I just want to make the shot. I'm like,
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna
don't care
step
where I'm
back.
standing.
Yeah,
I'm
so,
gonna step back and find Alice and be like, stay back here.
okay.
And I'll lead Killian and just be like, come on, we're going to the front. You ready?
Yeah. Oh, I'm not Killian, but I'm also
Sorry.
I'm also
I hope
ready.
you're also
You're
ready,
very
Gertie.
eager.
Hurry, hop on.
Just arm right in.
So
That sounds like a
everyone
pretty
needs to
good
roll
idea.
stealth for me one more time.
Okay.
Surprise.
Come on, stealth.
Surprise round.
Ooh. Okay.
No! Oh, it's inspiration. Spirits. I'll roll with my spirit die. Oh, am I starting?
Yeah.
Okay.
What'd you roll for stealth?
9.
10.
7.
Oh,
19.
Dang it! Dang it!
Scuffle.
As those of you who can't see as well are like nestling in the darkness, feeling comfortable, Gertie, you're beginning to line up the shot, pulling the string back. There's just some bumbling that happens in the group
Yeah.
Very good.
as
I blame this on you. I have to lead you.
I trip and fall, but he catches me, so he makes the
yeah.
What did you roll?
19 as well.
Okay.
So.
Nice.
The two people
The
who can't see in
man-
the dark.
The man flips around, looking at all of you.
Perfect.
Clink, clink, clink!
Yeah. At this point,
Do the thing!
At this point, yeah, we're gonna roll initiative.
Woo! I'm not using that one.
Okay.
Well done!
All right.
All right.
It flipped from a nat one.
20 and above.
23.
21.
20.
Jeez.
Let's go!
Oh my gosh.
We were ready.
Yeah, we were.
Literally the three people that
We
wanted to be in the
stumbled,
front.
but we are
Who rolled 20?
I did.
Okay, great.
I had 21. I don't know if you got that.
Yeah, no, I got it. I was like, who's the last one? I got the first, second, then who's third? All right, 15 to 20.
Oh no!
I got
10 to
bad.
15.
14.
Nereus,
Well,
5 to 10?
Farius again.
7.
Woo!
No. Yeah, true.
Very
True
Farius
Farius,
right
yeah.
now.
Since we didn't get to go the
Very
first time, can it be a 14? Like add them together.
Yeah, exactly. We didn't even get to be part of combat last time. So.
Oh, yeah.
That's so funny.
Don't worry, I'll
Gertie, what'd
save
you
some
roll?
for the rest of you
Oh, that's
this
right.
time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's everybody. Oh, wow, look at how that worked out. Great. We have, I don't know if we're going to
Just
be
leave
able
him
to...
over here, maybe.
Yeah, I'm going to need both of these. So we got Gertie leading the charge,
Woo!
then Bogarth, then Killian, then we have
Boo.
Oh,
we have-
no.
Varia, then we have this, gentleman, and then Nereus.
Yeah.
Not
The
last.
spirit orbits.
Okay,
Let's go. Small
Um,
victory.
First thing.
Gertie, you are first to act as you see this man's look of shock and surprise as he sees you in his hallway.
As soon as we lock eyes, I'm gonna just release and
Let it fly.
Exactly. And I have a 19 to hit.
That hits.
And then I have 5 damage.
5
So,
damage.
Nothing crazy, but
That's a start.
All right.
get him in his shoulder, Stop doing all that creepy stuff.
Yeah.
Put those body parts down right now.
As the arrow lands in his shoulder. What are you people doing? The blood begins dripping down his arm, and it hits the markings on the floor and.
Oh no.
I was about to feel bad for not even for just assuming, but
No.
this is pretty damning at this
Yeah.
point.
Gertie, anything else you're doing on your turn?
Nope, I'll pass turn.
All right, Bogarth.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
With the confidence from the previous combat, but also the urgency of realizing that it looks like he's going to summon something, Bogarth will charge in and go straight to him. I think that I can get there with that should be 30.
Yep.
And I'm swinging. I'm just gonna say stop. He's performing a ritual. That is
Go.
So sing-songy.
a 17 to hit.
That's gonna hit.
Okay, so that is 10 plus. Oh,
Oh,
geez.
Actually, he's going to consume his reaction, and he sort of he places a hand on the shoulder and then holds up his hand, and immediately the blood forms this congealed shield that hits
okay.
your.
Ah.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, so then that attack doesn't hit.
Don't have it.
It's 'cause
I'm
you
gonna
counted
try to
that
attack
passion
again.
over Vivify, so
Shield lasts the whole round, right? That's how shield works.
Yep.
the upper house.
I
was
will
a lot
still try to
different.
make an attack here.
Yeah.
That is a dirty 20.
Yep. That'll.
Okay, cool.
That'll get through.
So now that is 9 plus. No, I'm sorry. That would be with my other short sword that isn't buffed by that. So it'd be 19. Does that still hit?
no, that doesn't, unfortunately.
Right. Okay. I figured that out. Yeah.
Yeah. So again, the blood is sort of splayed out from his hand. And he's just spreading it around in the air, catching your different blows.
Gross.
He as it pulls away, Bogarth, on the end of your turn, he looks at you up and down. And he goes, "What are you? I'll need to find out." Killian, you're up.
And they're like, yeah, no, and then go spirits, go.
Go, spirits, go!
Throw the Pokeball out.
One more time, and I'll summon them right behind. Is that 30 feet? Right behind him on the altar.
Bogarth? Oh.
Yeah, you could make that work.
I'll move first if I have to.
I think you do have
Yeah,
to.
you have to move up to here. More like here. Yeah.
So that was 1, 2.
Yeah. So.
The
I
spirits
can't
are
get there.
cooking.
Okay.
Yeah, Killian, can you describe to me how you want to call these spirits forward?
Yeah, I'll put the orb up with my non-metallic hand and just close my eyes and I need you again, please.
Yep. From the areas not on the sigil, but directly on either side of him, hands and bits of spectral energy pull forth. We get our mass of spirits, our mob of spirits, right behind him.
So that was only a bonus action.
Yep.
So I would like to move next to Bogarth on the east side.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, right there. And try to shocking grasp punch him.
Yep, go ahead and roll.
For him, no.
Oh no, not for him, but for you.
Probably not gonna hit with a 15.
Yeah, unfortunately still this wall of blood he's created is still blocking your attack. As you go for your hand, he's able to quickly maneuver it faster than the human eye.
Okay.
That's action, bonus action. Anything else, Killian?
Just so everybody else knows what's coming next, I'm gonna grab a flask of oil and
Wonderful.
Not again.
dodge this.
We'll kill it.
As you have all now descended upon him, he's maneuvering the shield of blood, and his hair is like getting a little frazzled.
Isn't he bald?
Yeah, but like on the sides.
Oh, okay. All right.
He's like sticking out. Yeah. He's going to say, "No, you're too late. You can't stop me even if you wanted to. Oh, Matilda, dearest, please."
No.
That was the worst thing he could have said.
Yeah, it really was.
From the shadows.
Oh,
Not the undead.
20, 25,
Damn.
Is that
30.
is that the sense I got?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no!
Alright. This guy's going down.
Yeah, you see before you a gray creature. It looks moderately humanoid, but as though like its back has been pulled, extended, and widened. Its head like sits nestled sort of in the front of its neck as opposed to like on top of it. It has long claw-like hands, an overall gray appearance to its skin tone. There's just faint flecks of dark hair on the top of the head. The mouth itself has like contorted to form, the teeth have extended and formed like these needle-like rows in front. While it may have once been human, it does not resemble many humanoid features. It is about the size of an adult person, but its legs are specifically shorter than its massively long arms, as it just...
When we fought Mia, did Mia have normal colored skin? Like just like normal...
Mia specifically had
flesh-looking
more
skin?
like pale. Yes,
But it doesn't quite match this.
Yes, this is like gray to blue sort of hue range. It's darker.
Okay.
It doesn't look like human skin.
Okay.
Yes, that appears. It is going to. It's going to have to dash.
Let's go.
To get around here. But that's going to be its turn. It's killing it menacingly, like rears back a claw hand. That is its turn. Varia, you are up.
I'm going to I'm within 60 feet. Okay, so I'm just gonna stay where I am and reach up my lantern and just try to shine it as bright as I can into what I assume is the Duke's eyes, and just cast command and tell him to approach me, get away from the sigil on the floor.
What is the DC?
The DC is
what kind of saving
it's
throw?
a wisdom save. It's
Wisdom
a
save?
14.
Okay. As it sort of gleams into his eyes, he like blinks and like throws his hand in front of his face, as he sort of like gets his face out of the light. And he just says, "No."
Fine.
Anything else?
Nope.
Before, all
Nope.
right. As he's holding up that hand, the blood that fell from that was like from the shield falls,
that would have been so cool.
and he reaches into the breast of his tailcoat and pulls out a silver metallic item. He looks at you, Bogarth. Die! Bang!
Oh God!
Actual gun wizard.
He's got disadvantage though, right?
Behold, the most powerful spell of all.
He's got the gun.
Oh no! What is happening?
That's a 15 to hit, Bogarth.
Dang it! Yeah, meets beats.
He's got a gat. I can't believe
I'm not ready for that. What's a gun?
11 points of damage.
What?
As your ears ring and you feel the hot metal burrow into your chest.
What is this? What the heck? He's got something dangerous. Stay back, everyone.
And loud. And he's going to... that's his action. Dang.
Yeah, it is.
It sure was.
Yeah, I guess he's just gonna sit tight. All right, that's his turn. Nereus, you're up. As now this sort of like stone chamber reverberates the goof, 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 goof.
Okay, well, he can shoot missiles out of his hands now. I'm gonna move. You said there are arms laying about with holding gemstones? What
Those
were they
in the ritual circle, right?
in the ritual circle.
Oh, in the ritual circle.
There's 6. There's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, now there's like 24 or so, but
So I'm sorry. Do we know what these black circles
Oh, those
are?
are sorry. Those are pillars.
Pillars, okay.
Those are pillars that support the ceiling.
I'm gonna move as close as I can get, 30 feet forward. And from there, am I able to discern? It's still pretty far away. Am I able to discern what gemstones are in the circle?
If you want to basically use your action to do so, you can
that.
attempt to. Yeah, go ahead and roll from this. Roll perception because you can't really get up in it to investigate.
Okay. That's a 10. That's a 10 to precision.
Yeah, unfortunately, in the light of the spirits, the flash of this gun, there's just too many different stimuli going on to really be able
Sensory
to
overload.
to make out you're they're shiny, they reflect some light, they might be colored. That's really all you can really tell.
Great. That's my turn.
All right. Oh yeah, that's right. You should have been over here. 15, 20, 25. 30.
I did tell her to stay back, but I don't
Yeah,
know if she would have heeded that warning.
After the big loud sound, poof 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 poof. Nereus, are you okay?
I'm okay. Are you okay?
I don't know.
Okay. That's good. Good.
Alice is going to take the help action.
I thought Alice was gonna rage.
I thought so too. I was like,
go, Alice!
Alice is not that experienced with combat, unfortunately.
Dang it.
They're not a barbarian.
Gertie, you're up next.
They're the
You get it at
bard.
first level.
Yeah, the bar.
Bleeding. All right.
I'm
Gertie,
gonna
sorry.
yell to everyone. I'm like, get that! Oh my gosh! And I'm gonna run up and try and get the gun.
That's mine!
Gun.
20 foot, 30. Do you want to dash? Because you can get here with just your normal movement. Just right behind Nereus.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess I'll dash over
Okay.
to try and be closer.
I think that's a good idea.
Oh my gosh. Bang. All right. You run up. Yeah. You unfortunately can't try to wrestle the gun from him this time. But upon closer inspection, Gertie, from the curve of the handle to that little fleck next to the hammer, you recognize this gun. You know this gun. This is your gun.
What?
Get this! Get this!
Get it!
Take it!
What is this?
It's mine!
Gun, get.
Bogarth, your turn.
Get the gun?
Danny, get your gun.
Well, he can't hold it if he's dead. I will swing. Okay. That is a 19 to hit.
That definitely hits.
Well, he's not shielding anymore, right?
Yep.
So
hits.
that is 8 points of piercing.
Nice.
And then bonus action, that is 15 to hit.
That also hits.
Let's go. that is 8 points. Another 8 points.
Wonderful.
And I just even though it doesn't really do anything, I'm just kind of trying to hit him in a way that makes him have to move his arm in weird ways and kind of hold the gun out.
Yeah.
Precariously.
You're able to sort of position your strikes so you're going. So he's trying to move his arms out of the way and stick his limbs out a little bit.
Yeah, and kind of hold it more towards Gertie.
Thanks.
How did so many of you find me? There's so many of you.
Because we're the best.
Yeah.
All right, Bogart. That's
that's my turn, yes.
That's the end of your turn. Our lovely spirit mob. What are y'all doing?
Get Gertie's gun.
We are attacking the Duke.
Yes.
Yo.
Swing for it.
Let's go.
Swing for the fences,
away.
spirits.
All right.
Oh, and I should have had flanking, but it didn't matter. Make sure you all have flanking.
yeah.
Yes.
Good. Yes, that I need.
Good.
Put you in a
Indeed.
very specific place.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a 17 on the dice. So
Yeah, that is.
Oh yeah.
yeah, dirty 20 for 7 force damage.
Let's go.
Oof.
Let's go.
Nice. You all see as the glowing spectral entity, the different how do you describe that? The peeking in and out faces and hands. They reach forward, reaching for the gun, and smack the Duke in the face.
A wet slap.
Yeah. Oh.
It's 5 hands.
What kind of magic? What kind of magic do you wield? I must have it.
Ooh.
That is the spirit's turn. Killian, you're up.
I am going to...
Yeah. As you behind you.
I'm just going to move 1 space forward and
Oh,
ignore...
actually you need to make a saving throw.
Oh no.
Okay.
You need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no.
Oh, because you're next to...
Oh no.
That's not great.
Yeah, but how not great?
7.
15 minus 8.
Killian. As
Oh no.
as you begin maneuvering yourself, getting ready for your next move, you realize something about Matilda. She smells absolutely horrible, and it begins to make you keel over. You are poisoned.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not fun, is it?
Shoot, dude.
Would I in character be starting to feel like I'm going to puke?
A little bit, yeah.
I'm going to use this.
Give me inspiration real quick. He succeeds. Shoot.
I'm going to move 1 more space over towards the dude.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to attempt to grapple him prone if I can.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
That'd be my athletics versus his.
Yeah. If it's a grapple check, technically he can use acrobatics to try to wriggle out.
Okay.
You.
Mm-hmm.
7.
Was that with flanking?
No. Do I get the
It is
flanking
an
bonus
attack
for that?
action.
Yeah. Go ahead.
There's no
9.
Hey.
You attempt to grab him, and his you swear his tailcoat must be made of silk because he just slips out.
Wow.
Okay. In response to that, I'm going to puke on him.
Yeah.
Bonus action puke. Oh, you're disgusting. Yeah, you puke on him.
That's all I can really do.
Alright.
No,
It's awful. It's horrible.
Object of bomb.
Or is it flanking, or is he surrounded?
Yeah, he's surrounded.
Oh,
So it would have been a D8.
So what does that
I will
mean?
say
it a
the
D8 or
Duke.
is
It's a D10.
I will say the Duke did roll a nat 20 on the dice,
Aw.
so he's gonna slip out. I apologize.
Was it...
Wait.
So mathematically, what did he get? Because if I roll...
If you roll a
10
10
right
out of
now.
10.
I'd only get
10 on a D8.
17 anyway, so...
No, it's a
Is it-
D10.
I thought it was a D10.
Well, what's
Oh,
the
yeah.
official ruling?
Yeah.
Is it D8 or D10?
It's a D10.
Okay.
Roll it. What would you have gotten?
Let's just see. If it's a 10, we'll correct.
It's a 10.
Oh! Wow, really?
Yeah, dead ass.
Again, he did just a important
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah. I'm just.
He rolled a 20 on the dice. But, really cool.
I managed to grab him enough to just...
Yeah. Oh! 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 All right.
And that's me. So.
It is Matilda's turn.
Oh,
I'm gonna die now. It's fine.
It's fine. No big deal.
I puked on the boss.
She is going to
he
shriek
might not be the boss.
and
He might not be the boss.
give a swing at you, Killian.
Bring it.
That is a 20 to hit.
Ooh.
Yeah, you brought it.
Old dude.
That is 3. That is 6 slashing damage.
Okay.
And you need to make another Constitution saving throw.
That's a little better. 14?
Yep, you're good.
Cool.
As you feel, as her claws dig into your arm, the wound tingles and stings in a way you were not expecting. But you're okay. All right, that is her turn. We are moving forward onto Varia.
Yes, I am going to move forward so that maybe I can have a little bit more sight of everything in here. And then I think I am going to try to cast... I'm just gonna... No, I wanted to do this originally. Okay, question for you. The taking 1 piercing damage, does that count as a spell slot? Or am I able to just cast that with my magic item? Like, without using a spell slot?
That is specifically part of the item. It is not one of your spell slots. Does that answer that question?
Yes. I think I would like to try to, because that is... It would be 60 feet, so yeah, I can do it. I want to try to cast Grease on the sigil.
We're learning from each other.
I look at Killian like...
No.
Okay,
It's fine.
but
Do it, Barry. Do
I'm
it now.
I'm trying
your
to
turn, do it.
prevent it from being used, okay? this is all I have right now.
Yep.
So you just see me
Grease
pull
fire.
like one of the when we were trampled earlier, I still have part of a wound, and so I'll just draw out some of this like sickly black liquid that y'all have never seen before, and just try to throw it out and
Yeah.
cover the sigil.
Yeah, it just like it's like very like sticky at first, but as you throw it through the air, it suddenly turns to like a rain and just like covers the ground over the sigil.
Yummy.
No! No!
Yes.
Gross. And it's a 15. What was the radius?
It's a 10-foot. Sorry, I'm taking 1 piercing damage. Yes, 10-foot square centered on a point within range. Turns it into difficult terrain.
Yep.
Doesn't quite cover the whole.
No, but it
But
covers.
it gets a lot of it.
I would like to at least. I know it will be on the spirits a little, but they seem hardy enough. Hopefully, that
They can take it.
yeah,
They can prestidigitate themselves.
exactly. So I just
yeah,
want
and
it
they
to
technically.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, do we,
I
do
want
we
it to be on like the square that goes
Nope.
under.
They're also just immune to prone.
Yeah. So it doesn't really matter.
Definitely hitting the square that is closest to the Duke, and then it doesn't matter which other
Yeah. Great.
4 are covered. That's my turn.
Fantastic. That's your turn. Awesome. It's the Duke's turn now. He looks livid. He looks at all of you surrounding him. He says, "I'll show you. I'll show all of you." And he bites his hand.
Does he turn into a titan?
No. He bites his hand, and the blood gushes from his wound, envelops him, and
No. Gertie dies.
yeah.
Does he drop the gun?
No,
I'm like,
and he reappears
thought he was out of
in the
there.
corner, drenched in blood. Yeah.
Oh, that's
How
a
much
great
of
place
an
for him
ass
to
would it
be.
be to be like, "Yep," and he's just gone forever. Goodbye.
Dimension door.
He's going to take a shot at Killian.
You're just like the punching bag today.
I am the tankiest member. Technically speaking, I have the highest AC, so.
Does a 11 beat your AC?
No!
Let's go.
Pow! Twing! Goes long.
Hits the metal arm.
I catch it.
Yep. And it just crumbles to dust. Yeah. All right. That's his turn. We are at Nereus. You're up.
Alright, I'm gonna move 30 feet. Past Gertie, that kind of path. If I can get past Gertie. Or just near her.
I'll be skinny. I'll try and.
Excuse me.
Yeah, you can get it to right about here.
Okay,
Sorry.
bet. And that doesn't help because I don't have any projectiles. I'm gonna look at the gemstones again because that's the one thing I can do.
Yeah, some of them are now covered in a black liquid, but
Oh, good.
you can. Would you like to roll?
I'm gonna roll.
Yeah, roll investigation. You're actually probably close enough to one.
That's a dirty 20.
Let's
30,
go.
20.
Tell me.
So the gems themselves, the one that you're looking at specifically appears to be a red gem with a sort of pulsating yellow vein through it. You don't recognize it as a very obvious gem. You're not like, oh, this is definitely onyx. It's definitely some sort of crystalline variety, probably closest to a ruby or something like that.
Okay. Can I take it or would that be an action?
You can take it.
I'm gonna take it. Give it to me. Thank you.
Add one red and gold gem.
Doing the rogue stuff, grab all the fun stuff, and then just get the kill at the end.
Yes.
I love stealing. I
did
love
it.
taking things.
Alice is going to run in.
Let's go, Alice. Rage.
And swing the light hammer. Does that beat its AC? That beats its AC.
Go, Alice.
Yeah, Alice deals 4 points of damage.
Oh no!
Great. Perfect. Wonderful. That's Alice's turn. Gertie, you are up.
I'm going up to the Duke, or not the Duke, but the guy in the corner.
Yeah,
That's the
Yeah.
I mean, presumably.
Yeah.
Some of it is difficult terrain. I don't know which ones would have.
Yeah. That's a good question.
Well,
It's
if I
technically
could
these.
figure out a route
Okay.
that's not, I need to get up to him.
I think it's the same amount of movement if you go directly diagonal or around. So,
Okay.
But,
end up there.
with it also being
Yeah,
grease,
you can-
you have to make a save.
You can get around it just fine.
That's true.
Perfect. And I want to try and take the gun.
it's when you
Obviously.
Yeah,
You
go ahead and make a grapple check for me.
When it
So that'd be
appears.
strength.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay,
and
so
it enters the area.
athletics
Yeah.
check.
Oh, okay. Please. Okay. I can do this. Okay.
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 Okay. Okay.
Get your gun.
Athletics.
Gertie, get your gun.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Athletics, so that's 2, 18, 19.
Okay.
Yo.
You are successfully able to begin wrestling the Duke. As you jump at him and
That's mine! Give
yes.
it back!
It's a little gross because he's covered in puke and blood.
Gertie would not care. Gertie is a mom.
Gertie's a mom.
Invincible.
Yeah,
On
I've seen that
phase.
before.
Yeah,
Same
you can't take it from him this turn, but you have him grappled and can attempt to take it from him next turn.
No.
Wonderful.
Damn, bro, Gertie can
That
do it
is
all.
Gertie's turn.
Burps me on the way out,
Bogart,
too.
you're up.
What?
You're up.
Okay. Also, really quick as a note, for the sake of readability, would it be better if we just made the condition ring on Killian go around his base?
I can try. It didn't land on there earlier.
Okay. You could also maybe put it down and then put him in and just for readability.
You know, that's it. That's
all
a
I'm
very good point. Keep
That's
going.
all I'm saying. Okay. Great. Gertie's got some stuff to take care of. I'm gonna move. I'm gonna just try to get around on the other side of. I'm assuming Matilda, from Killian. Just to be flanking.
Yeah, you can get here with 30 feet, but
I couldn't have.
Like,
Because of the
with
pillar.
di-
yeah, you can't
Oh.
cut the corners there.
Ooh, and I'm assuming. So I do have the 10 feet reach, but would that give me flanking? With the 10 foot, I actually don't know what the rule is.
Yeah, because I'm 5 feet on the other side of it, so it is
But I'm not
right
technically there. you
That's a
know.
great
But you're able to
question.
hit
But
it from
the
there.
point of flanking in like rules as written or whatever is because I am 5 feet there, and you're the one doing the attack. That's why you get it. So
Yeah. Sure. For right now, let's say you
Okay.
get flanking.
Okay.
So Killian
cool.
wouldn't have it
We need
back.
a decision. That's a
God.
decision.
Okay. I do the fighter thing. I attack.
I do it.
Let's see. That is a 19.
That definitely hits.
7 points of piercing, and then bonus action attack. That is a 23
That also definitely
for
hits.
7 points of piercing.
let's go, Bogart!
Nice. How do you? Yeah.
So you'll just see like I'm a little far away, and at first you're like, can't hit, but he'll just kind of like lunge and yeah,
Like
and then
full
lunge
body.
and, yeah, and he has really great looking footwork as he does it.
Yes.
Matilda's not very happy with that. Great, Bogart, that's your turn. Spirits! Our lovely spirit mob, what are they doing?
We wish to attack the Duke.
Let's go.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, they can literally just get over there.
Float over.
Yeah.
Yeah. And obviously no flanking or anything over here.
Corner.
Presumably.
Stupid.
Corners.
Right,
Dumb.
that is a
But
dirty
if-
21 to hit for 6 force damage.
Nice.
Yep,
So
you
it can
definitely
be natural.
We will.
Okay.
I'm just, the puke has like fists in it that just bubble in the face.
Yeah.
Oh! He looks he looks awful now. Great, that's the spirits. Killian, you are up.
Do I need to make a Constitution save?
No, actually, because I think you're immune
Okay.
to it now.
Let's go.
Why'd you say it?
I just wanted to.
I know.
You know. Anyways. I am going to move through between the altar and Matilda diagonally, if I can.
Okay, technically, because I'm treating like enemy spaces like I would like solid objects, you will have to go like this and move through the difficult terrain.
It's fine. I'm just trying to stay within range so I don't get the opportunity attack.
It is also the deck save for Greece when you enter.
That's natural 19, so I'm sure.
Yeah.
Let's go.
That
You
will
know how
be
to make your
high
way
DC,
through
yeah.
Greece.
Yeah, I'm well acquainted. I'll
Skates
move
on by.
Yeah, you're great
another
with
space to the east, just so that Gertie and the spirits are not in the way for when I grab a rock, crank it back, and catapult.
Okay.
Nice.
So he has to make a dexterity saving throw.
And he's
The
grappled.
Duke or Matilda?
The Duke.
No,
I don't know
He
if
gets a
that-
7.
That does not
Let's
succeed.
go.
So
Big damage.
when it hits him, he will take 3d8 damage. So
Whoa, that's a lot of damage.
Well, it is like saber suck though. I think.
Yeah.
yeah, that it just doesn't work if I don't hit. Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense.
11.
You're rocking it, doesn't
I mean
hit.
that's 11 damage. I'll take it.
Yeah.
He's dead.
Yeah. He is.
Really?
Yeah, Killian. How do you
Let's go!
throw? How do you? You're like
So
cranking out.
it has a scope. So I'll crank it back so that it's in place. Scope in so that I miss Gertie, and then just release, and it throws it, almost breaking the sound barrier as it just hits him in the head.
Nice.
Damn.
Yeah. He hits, or he gets like pushed to the floor as Gertie, he goes limp in your grasp,
Nice.
and his grip on the gun releases.
Yoink.
Let's go yoinking. And then as a bonus action, I will give more hit points to the spirits. After killing.
Spend a charge.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
So it's a d6, yeah?
Whatever it says.
I believe
there's a
it's
lot.
D6. I think it's just a
XDS. It's a d6 right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh no, it's XDS where X is the number of its constitution mark.
Yeah, so just one.
Just one, okay.
Yeah.
5 more additional points.
Right.
Yeah,
Wonderful,
because
wonderful.
it's not for max, it's just on top.
Perfect. That's Killian's turn.
Because I ended aiming there and then I just point at the spirits and give a little wink.
Matilda is going to,
Now you're definitely favored.
not liking the sound you just made, Killian.
Said I had pretty
gosh.
eyes, so.
That's an 11 to hit.
Me?
To hit who?
Killian.
No.
Who else?
Yeah.
At this point?
It does not.
Matilda swings wildly, but will move here. Viria, you're up. You're right there.
Hello.
I was like, where is she?
I've been sitting here the whole time.
I know. I don't know what's wrong with you.
Okay. Oh gosh. I'm gonna move up so I can see a little bit better. I don't. Can I make some sort of... This is a child. Can I try to see if, like, it seems like there's any saving?
I will say right now, this does no longer look like a child.
Cool. All right, then.
This is a disgusting corpse.
It's a... Oops. It's a full guiding bolt.
Great.
Then.
Go ahead and roll to hit.
Let's go.
Or not. It's fine.
It's I'm a little caught off guard.
You're unsure. Yeah.
It's definitely a 9.
Yeah, unfortunately, that does swing a little wide, slamming in the pillar. Great. Nereus, you are up.
I'm gonna move towards Alice. No. Well, yeah, towards Alice, but that's not who I'm gonna attack. I'm gonna move a little, if I can, a little closer to
You definitely
I'm
can.
gonna-
Bonus, weasel in. And surrounded?
No, the wall doesn't count.
Okay. Sneak attack, question mark?
Yes, you do get to you have an hour within 5 feet. Sneak a what?
And
All
flanked.
right. We gotta get rid
Yes.
of the pillar.
Yeah.
So many dice.
Okay.
Alice, hit the pillar!
Okay.
What is it to hit?
Oh wait, no, flank.
Add the d4 to hit.
14 to hit?
14 does hit. How much damage are you doing?
11.
And that is just enough.
With the sneak attack?
Yep.
Let's go!
So Nereus, as you get your moment, as the
After
Matilda's-
doing nothing all
yeah,
battle.
totally focused on Killian.
My time to strike.
How do you do it?
Okay. I run past Alice. I give them a quick, crisp high five, and then I draw my weapon, and I'm able to see exactly where to hit Matilda, and I flourish and pierce.
Yeah, pierce.
Person. And I.
Yeah.
Pierce real hard.
Killian, you see a pinprick come through on the other side, but just this black and green liquid starts pouring out as Matilda ceases movement, and we are out of combat. As you all catch your breaths, looking around you, you see this interesting sort of sigil that's directly in front of you. Where Matilda came from, you can very quickly collect that there appears to be some sort of strange altar-like paraphernalia. You do see that there is a piece of paper on said altar. Anything else you would like to do as we are standing here?
Or collect more
Sit
gems.
down and start bleeding out of my mouth because I'm not doing so.
I'm just like gonna be like laughing hysterically. And I'll be like, I'm complete again, and I'm gonna like, is it like a? I'll like move it to like a blank, and I'll like shoot it.
Yeah.
Oh! I'm gonna walk up to. Well, first of all, I'm just gonna say, Varia, Killian. And then I'm
That's
gonna
what I'm
walk
doing.
over to
Yep.
Gertie. And just holding the bullet wound. I'm just gonna go, what is that thing?
This is my second child. This is my gun. This is unlike anything I'm sure you've ever seen, but this gets the job done. This is
You're right, I've never seen anything like that.
yeah.
It was really strong.
Yeah, I mean, is like how deep is his bullet wound?
Oh, it's deep.
Yeah.
Oh, it's in there.
blank.
Yeah.
It's
Did
like a
it-
45.
Actually, they're actually not as deep point blank because it doesn't have time to like ramp up speed.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Sorry, Mythbusters.
Sorry, fun morbid facts with Ryan.
Mythbusters. Like, you should probably get that checked out.
Busted. Yeah. Okay.
Scars are cool though. You'll make a lot of friends. It looks cool.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad you got your whatever it was.
Big eye.
Varia! I also need help.
Which one of you looks worse though?
Well,
if I was to say out of 15, I'd say I'm at like a 4.
I'll tell you what. You know what? I think I'll be all right. Don't worry about me. And I'll second wind.
Okay. Then I'll cast
back.
Cure Wounds on you.
Sweet.
Wonderful.
And it is, I forget how many. 1d8. Where's my d8? Sorry. That is 8 points of healing back to you.
Thank you.
And I am going to make a Constitution saving throw. I don't remember what the DC is, but it's...
I believe it's 12.
Well, I got 15, so I'm fine.
Yeah, you're good.
Cool.
Wonderful.
Hope that helps.
Yep.
Yes. Thank
You're
you very
stitched
much.
back up. Does anyone want to look on the Duke by any chance for anything?
I wanna search loot his corpse.
Okay.
Take his vest.
It's very dirty, but you can get his tailcoat. You find a letter on him along with a book with several pages ripped out of it that you realize to be the full detail of his experimentation.
Oh.
It is dark, it is gruesome, but it's like a full confession.
We got him.
It's pretty damning.
Is there anything in this back room? In any of the rooms that we...
Yeah, there's the altar with, there's, on it there appear to be more of these like runes carved in a small piece of paper.
Piece of paper.
Oh.
This piece of paper.
I would like to, as my wound is sort of... My wound starts healing up and you'll just kind of see it sort of glowing the same green as my sigil, as it's just kind of nursing itself back to good health. I kind of just want to bend down over to the sigil and just kind of look at it and just check it out.
I'm also going to be looking at it, but I'm going to be drawing it in my book.
Yeah,
For
it's
research.
Yeah, you can only see like part of it now because part of it is just like washed away with the grease.
And I also maybe want to reach for one of the gems as well.
Yeah, all of them are the red and gold sort of pulsating gem.
I think I'd also like to grab one.
Yeah, you notice, Killian, that it appears to be very similar writing to the stuff on the circles that you found upstairs.
Okay. Just on a grander scale?
Yes.
This guy was doing some messed up stuff.
Yeah, I can't believe someone would try to bring someone else back from the dead. That's awful.
Yeah.
And he had my gun the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah, Gertie, was this the person you were looking for?
I mean, maybe.
I think it
He's
was.
the guy doing the monstrous things to the children. And he had my gun, so
It's pretty damning.
yeah.
Is there anything out of the ordinary with the sigil that I would make any notice of?
It's in a writing you don't recognize. Define out of the ordinary, because the whole sigil is out of the
Yes,
ordinary.
but I guess I don't know.
The arms holding gems, like, it's pretty strange.
Yeah, I don't think Bogarth would really know much with this. With that in mind, I'll just kind of look up and see Alice. I'm assuming Alice is a little shocked by the whole
Yeah, Alice
situation.
is like, kind of like,
And I'll just go up to Alice and I'll just go, oh goodness, sorry, you're not used to all of this. Are you okay? You did great back there, by the way.
thanks.
You really did. You really did help.
Thanks.
It's so weird we're doing the same
I
voice.
know. It's really
It didn't start as the same voice,
Yeah,
but
it's-
as we're talking
well, it's
to
supposed to be
each other-
deeper, but it's a little harder to sustain.
Yeah.
He was the one, right?
I think so. Yes.
Then,
If you mean the one who was maybe kidnapping
yeah,
children.
that one.
Right.
Sure.
There's pretty good evidence.
then I think I am okay.
Good.
I think I'm better than okay.
You did a great job today.
Alice,
Thanks.
You were incredible. Well done.
Ah!
Yeah. Ah!
Learn to channel that.
Yeah, maybe one day
Okay.
you can use it to
Wonderful.
your benefit. Your rage.
May I, while I'm looking at this piece of paper I found, do I recognize any of these phrases? Or...
Roll religion for me.
Religion. Okay. Not history.
Yes.
What do you think happened to the... There was a muffled voice in one of the other rooms, right?
It was coming from down the passageway, so I thought it was this.
Oh.
Did we hear anything from... it looked like we passed some other rooms too, like some other doors. Perhaps we should go back and check them out before we get out of here.
6. Varia,
Make sure there's no other kids.
you specifically don't recognize these
Right.
things. These are very strange to you, as you feel like you know a pretty good amount about, in general, the different like religions and feelings in Syl, and this is not something that's familiar to you. I'm gonna take a quick little thing here. As we jump quickly to catch up for lost time here. The other 2 rooms here you investigate, they both have stacks of caskets filled with different or lacking thereof bodies. Going outside, you will find Franz, who will ask you one simple question. What did you find in there?
Well, we probably would have...
Necromancy.
I would have probably brought the Duke
Yeah.
out. And I'll just kind of hold him and show him. Say, well, I think we found the source of your problems.
Well, that is pretty concerning. Did you find anything else?
We did
it's okay.
find more
I'll clean up
evidence. We found some sort of a summoning or transmutation sort of thing marked on the ground, and another deceased now child, and presumably his dead wife upstairs.
I think the child was his adopted daughter, too.
You think, yes.
Well, and it was strange. We're assuming wife upstairs, she was killed by skeletons.
Yes.
It seemed like maybe they were part of a trap that was laid in her closet.
And Killian said that it was a lot of like necromancy, bringing things to life. So,
And it was just the Duke.
Well,
Oh,
and his adopted daughter.
The corpse of his adopted daughter, who scratched really hard.
but we in the letter that we found, did it not seem like the Duke was also working with someone else?
I do want to mention something that might be of importance.
Right.
I found a letter on his corpse. I'll just read it. I hope my letter finds you well, and I trust you and your family are settling into the estate and they are enjoying the country air. I'm writing you today to inform you of a development in our Lord Zerom's plans. We have recruited a formidable ally in the Isles. All you need to know is that if you receive a letter from Mistress Pearl Talia, know she speaks of the same authority as I will remind you that I will be visiting 2 nights' rest within the fortnight. I hope this respite I have arranged for you has been proven fruitful. Until you are able to manipulate the seal placed on the temple, we cannot locate the first artifact. Do not fail me in this, Joteth. And...
So they were...
I think there's a...
I will say, it should have. The letter is dated about 7 days ago.
Oh, God.
So they were coming after the spirit orb then, and they couldn't get past all of the ravens that nearly killed
They
me.
couldn't get past the paper doors.
Yeah, that's true.
Seems these old people really have a problem
Really
with looking
good
around.
point.
Yeah.
Is it signed by anyone?
It's...
Well, what's that? Over there, it's like
Well,
a big hand.
It looks like it is marked with a big hand.
And at this, Franz immediately, like, he looks very troubled at that. Oh my.
Does it mean something to you?
Yes.
And also, I have a question too.
That is known in the City of Values as the symbol of someone in the Queen's court. That's the symbol of the hand of the Queen. And with that, friends, thank you so much for being along for this ride, this lovely pilot season. I know we ran a little bit over, but once again, I want to thank you all, specters and spectators, for being here. We're hoping to come back in about 2 weeks with our first sort of official season. We'll keep y'all posted. We'll hopefully be having some socials going up, so be keeping an eye out. We'll try to like keep this page updated and all these good things. But thank you all, our lovely players, and thank you all, our spirit audience.
Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you.
And
Let's clap for the
Sean.
spirit audience.
Well,
guys.
real quick, are we leveling at all? Are we gonna do
Oh,
spirits?
yes.
Oh,
yeah.
yes. Oh my gosh, but we're so low on time. Technically, yes, you are leveling up to level 3.
Yes.
But we're still spirits.
we'll run that poll real quick. 'Cause
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Thank
absolutely.
you, Jim.
Yes, thank you,
Yeah,
Jim.
thank you, Jim.
Thank you, everyone who's been a part of this.
Yeah, let's level up real quick.
Hit dice.
Yeah, hit dice. Hit
yeah,
dice.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Let's
yeah.
roll.
I always forget.
Am I gonna get
Could
another lucky roll?
Mm.
I'm feeling
Do
it.
we should go in order, right?
Sure, yeah.
Want to start here or there?
Let's start over there. That's okay. Let's.
I got 8 total, so
Nice.
I'm up to 23 now.
Nice.
Oh, you did!
did.
You're the tankiest person here.
I rolled a 10.
Nice.
Yo!
So you get what?
It's
Plus
10 plus
12?
con.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Con mod.
Nereus.
I rolled a 7,
Nice.
so that brings me up to 19.
Dang.
Wonderful.
That is lucky.
It's an 8!
Wow.
Yeah!
You guys are really getting paid off here.
Dude, I got so
Feelings.
nervous. My 7 sort of looks like a 1. There was a 7.
Nice.
So that is.
Are we like back? Oh, well.
So that's 10 extra for 30.
Nice. Wonderful.
Am I like the lowest health person here now?
I'm at 24.
Yeah, I'm at 23.
How's it comparing tables?
Okay.
Yes.
Dang, I love being the tank with the gun.
Would-
LOL.
Right? I mean, it makes sense if
Would
you think
Franz
about it.
Yeah.
Could I have
That's
shown
some
Franz
leader
this while
material.
they're still...
I will unfortunately have to say no. Because we go all night.
Sure.
Truly.
He has seen
Just
it.
for a little bit of filler as we're running those polls, I hope you will all return to us, to this wonderful world of Almir in those 2 weeks. What's going on with the Hand of the Queen? What's at this temple of glass that Franz wants everyone to see so badly? Will Alice become a barbarian? So many questions.
God, I hope so.
I hope
so.
Do we have any cohesive, or do we still need more time on the poll?
What do they pick?
Yeah, it's pretty one-sided.
Haunt? Okay.
Nice.
6-2 haunt.
Good.
Wonderful.
Awesome.
We'll get that updated. Well,
Woohoo!
once again, thank you all so much for being here. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, players. Thank you, Spirit Master, for being our conduit.
Thank you, Ryan. for
Thank
being
you,
our
Ryan,
DM,
Game Master.
putting this all together.
Keep it up.
Well,
It's a lot of
so
work.
hopefully, specters and spectators, we will see you next time.
Bye.